All right. I'll do it. On your clap, sync it up.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
You know the vibes. All right, everybody. Welcome. We're not gonna do the bullshit we normally do, where we just bullshit for 7 minutes and then record. Although that is some of my favorite parts of the pod. We just gonna jump right into it. It's a Rap Cave Drake cast. I'm Chris Platte. I'm with Chris Adams.
What up, boys?
With Adi. I'm with my boy Birdie. Amer. If you didn't hear the news, got let go.
He's invisible now.
It was unfortunate.
I'll take your spot now.
Yeah. Yeah, you back.
I am the captain now.
Yes, someone's getting fired every week, but we here to talk. We're not gonna talk. I mean, shout out to Gunna. Let's just do that real quick.
Yeah,
Let's just
Gunna,
real quick
He
acknowledge
said, "Fuck it, I'm dropping my shit."
that Gunna dropped a record, and I'll be honest with you, between the new job and everything, I didn't get to the other records, but like everybody was dropping records. Like I think Ice Spice and Cardi B both dropped records.
Just
Chief Keef
singles.
dropped. Like, bro,
Chief Keef dropped
hella
an album.
people dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hella people dropped.
All I cared about was Gunna though.
Yeah.
Like, that album's solid, bro.
That was the
Solid.
only one. I only had time to listen to like one in between work and prepping for this. So that was the one I chose, the Gunna one, and that shit is heat, dog.
That Gunna shit fire.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Gunna was
fire, but definitely need to change it up, Gunna. I'm telling you, they gonna get to talking to you like you little baby.
Yeah, he's gonna get little baby.
He's gonna get a little baby pretty soon.
That's
Be lucky
crazy.
you spent that time in jail, boy.
You get a little. That's time he didn't get to spend. So
Real. And that's baby
It's
problem.
just shit.
He never just took some time off to let people like miss him. So I
yeah,
feel like
that's
that's
how
why.
you get them songs. You remember that clip of Lil Baby in the studio? That song that's like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
or whatever.
But
bro.
they
that shit
say he
is
was
not
getting
it.
indicted,
Yeah, that
so it's
song's
like
not
he was bound to start making like different type of music type shit that not necessarily like the original shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak too hard on that. I'm the resident Lil Baby hater, so
Yeah, it's true. That's
I
fucking.
fucks with him a little bit.
I mean,
That
bro,
shit
he's
started
not all
dying
that,
down in a
honestly.
minute.
Platty's always. I know.
Yeah, I'm the Lil
Platty's
Baby
always.
defender.
He's always sworn by him. But
I'm the little baby.
You know,
caper.
far before this podcast started, how I felt about Lil
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah,
That's been well documented in our
How you feel about American Dream?
Fuck.
This
yes,
one, like,
I
this-
don't like American
Yeah,
Dream.
bro,
by
he
21
swings from the
Savage.
top rope on that one every time. But
Crazy.
yeah, no, that I just wanted to give that its credit because, like I said, didn't get to listen. I'll listen to everything else this weekend, but I was just prepped and busy with, with all the shit because we got to do it because eventually it's just not going to be a conversation anymore. We just got to have this conversation while we can. I know everybody in the world is sick of having this conversation, but come on, man, let's come with some energy. Drake versus Kendrick. So since we recorded last pod, OVO Bird up there, OVO Owl. Since we recorded the last pod,
an owl is a bird.
You see what I did
That's
there?
actually crazy.
You see what I did there?
I mean, I just go.
Whatever happened from the last pod was Drake dropped The Heart Part 6. We were actually out. We literally just finished recording. And then we were chilling. And then Drake dropped as we got out to eat.
We were
Yeah,
literally
I know.
at
Fuck it.
fucking beat-ups, man. And
Yeah.
I just see fucking Drake drop. That shit was
I
crazy.
almost couldn't even wait till we got in the car to listen to the shit.
I
And
know.
now, since that diss track dropped, he's in the fucking lead. I don't give a fuck what you
baby
say,
up.
bro. I don't
My
give a
baby
fuck what
up.
you say, bro.
Oh, so it's
Like,
a
bro,
it's a
when's
2v2,
Kendrick gonna
it's equal.
respond? He can't make something better than that, bro. There's no way, bro. He addressed everything he had to address in that diss track. He literally
Horribly.
No.
horribly, but you were
Horribly.
in the car like,
Yeah.
this shit hard. I love Drake. I love Drake, bro. He's back.
But you can't again. But see that points to me being objective. That points to me being fair and objective.
Yo, you were just happy because Kendrick got someone to battle. Finally.
yeah, and someone worthy. And Drake. The first time I heard that record, I was like, damn, Drake did his thing. I didn't expect him to defend pedophilia like that. But then you sat with it a second, a third time.
Pedophilia. No, he was defending himself from pedophilia accusations.
Okay,
Let's put that
now
together
What'd I
right.
say?
You know what? I'm gonna keep my
Said
mouth
defending
shut for a minute.
pedophilia. So it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna let
That's wild.
You know what I'm
as fuck.
saying?
He was
Like-
not defending pedophilia itself. He was not out here like, it's actually not that bad. You guys should try it. Like,
Yeah, nah.
No, it was like,
Kendrick would have won off that.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, he would've won.
He
Bro,
would've got
like that.
W easy.
What are the chances you think we get like 30 years from now, like that R. Kelly album where Drake is locked up and he goes, I did that shit?
No.
What do you think the chances are?
I don't.
Fuck it, let's pod.
I don't-
I think they low.
This
They're really
Yeah, they're
low.
low.
This is the thing as far as the claims that he was defending. It's like he didn't really like all he said was, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Like he didn't really, and he said he's too famous for it.
Because I heard,
Bro, he
I
literally
knew you was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that. I don't mess with no girls underage.
Yeah.
I need a Whitney, not no Millie. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Not
Mind you,
just
that's the
no-
first time-
Sounds like he wants something he can't have.
Mind you, that is the first time that Millie Bobby Brown has been mentioned in
Drake
this
really
beef.
want Whitney. Did you see that picture of Whitney? I see that picture of Whitney
Hey,
when she had the ball head.
I never, I never.
Oh yeah, no, he not looking for no
Yeah,
Whitney.
no.
Be for real. And I think Kendrick was only with her because she was high school sweetheart. So
Yeah.
He
That
said,
shit.
he
That's,
said,
and she held it down. Let me
She held it
say
down for sure.
let me say that.
She held it down for
Let me say that because there was a lot of Nah, I don't want to start there. I want to start with the overall thoughts on record. First listen, I love that shit because he rapped excellent. Like from a technical standpoint and from a bar standpoint, like he had bars in this bitch. Like I'm pulling up the lyrics right now. He had some crazy slick lines in there. Like I don't care. Somebody said that there's not like a B minor in a piano key or some shit like that, so
I
it
hate
doesn't
that.
count.
Bro.
Fuck that. That shit is hard. I don't care.
Yeah, it's close.
Then when you listen
still
to it,
works.
when you listen to the song, because I seen somebody point this out, I don't know the dude's name, but I wish I can give him credit. Like when you listen to that specific part, as soon as he say every note of what he labeling, like you'll hear a key, that key in the background, bro. That shit is so fucking hard. So like when he say the A minor, you hear the A key or whatever.
Look,
that shit is so fucking
that's
hard, bro.
it's a great move, honestly. In that sense, yeah. I don't think that. I think Drake's rapping ability in the song is fucking great. You know what I
And
mean?
the beat
as
is
far-
nasty.
Beats
But
are-
Beat
And
is
the
so
title
good.
is clever.
The beat's great, and the title was a really good look. Kendrick
ruined the series for Kendrick.
And you know what's crazy is like because Kendrick stepped on them toes first. I'm gonna keep this quick. Kendrick stepped on them toes first with the timestamp, but the timestamps aren't. They don't do what the heart does, which is lead into an album.
Yeah,
The
right.
timestamps are either random. Sometimes they lead into an album. Sometimes they're on the album. So that's interchangeable. By using the heart part 6, it was a smart move. And
Because
that's,
now does Kendrick actually use that on an album?
I was thinking if Kendrick was to go Heart Part 6, he should put the real,
real
Part 6.
That's exactly what I was
Something
going to
like
say.
that.
I think it will be like. I
Or
think it still work.
I
though.
think
He'll
he's
do
gonna
some shit like that,
play.
yeah.
He's gonna play on it somehow.
He
I'm
might
sure.
just put 6 or some shit like that, so then he can take a shot at Drake,
Drake,
6
right.
God, like type shit.
Ooh, okay, that's good
I didn't even
Yeah,
think that is
I
awfully
freestyle- I
convenient.
freestyled
Also,
that was me. I did that.
That's convenient. It was the hard part 6. You know that
Yeah.
I
that
didn't
was
think
definitely-
about that. Yeah.
But no, that was brilliant. But he just had so many slick lines in this shit. Like, bro, I love that record. But then it's when you get to like what he's actually saying and how he's actually saying it. That's what really like takes away the luster for the record for me. And it's like look, let's be fair, because I see it the way we all saw J. Cole talk that talk and then walk it back immediately. How I feel about this Drake diss, and this is where I think some people disagree. But when I listen to that record, I don't care what nobody on this earth says. That sounds like a rapper at the end that is tapping out. And if you're tapping out of the battle, hold on. If you're tapping out of the battle, then all your tough talk, all the slick bars you had in that song, again, ignoring the factually wrong bars because I want to play the who lies game because this battle did not come down to lies. That shit is another stupid narrative we gotta just kill. This battle did not come down to lies. There's far more to this battle than lies.
That's
and
the
there was
narrative he
lies.
wanna push.
There was lies on both sides. There was lies on both
Yeah.
sides.
Nothing is proven at the end of the day on
nothing
either
is
end.
proven.
Nothing is proven, but I know one song. There's a bold-faced line there.
Bro, there's bull-faced lies on several records.
Bro.
There's bullface lies on several records. But
I'm
look, we can go song for song. I'm good with that. I'm good to go. I'm ready to go however long it takes for both of you to realize that Kendrick not only won, he dominated.
No.
He not only won, he dominated.
No.
Because
he was doing things because he was scared. He knew what was gonna happen. And if, like
scared
the thing
of what?
He knew if he let Family Matters settle for not even 2 hours, it was over. I swear to God, if he let that shit settle, that's why he dropped Meet the Grams, because he that
because
shit
he's
was about
smart.
to rip the fucking streets.
No, it was.
No,
I agree.
It was smart.
It was
smart
go.
for a scary nigga. Definitely, I agree with that.
But why is anything off the table? Why is anything?
I ain't saying nothing was off the table.
Yeah.
What I'm saying,
But that's strategy. He
might
out
be strategy
strategized
for a
Drake.
scary nigga for sure.
He out strategized Drake. He out rapped Drake. He did everything better.
Outlied Drake.
He even had. That's cap.
Based on what? You know?
That's cap.
All I know is when you go and Meet the Grams, for the past week, we've been rapping to an unlocked character that we cannot fathom in our minds if this is real or not.
Okay,
And we got one person denying it. We got one person not saying it. I think I'm gonna go with the one person who has something to say about it, not the other person that's shying away.
You know what I'm gonna say? It's really fucking stupid if your takeaway from Meet the Grams is Drake has a daughter. That is not even the third most important thing on that
Why
song.
is that not? That that was the exposal. Stop playing. Don't even play like it's not. That's the
that
fucking
was
exposal.
That was obviously
that's exposal. That's the information
that
that,
was
he got that was supposed to drop.
That was obviously
drop
a big
and
deal.
break Drake, and it didn't.
That man Kendrick.
How do you know?
Because Drake said it was cap.
Yeah, see?
Drake said it. That's what I can go off of.
So the guy that's getting accused says it was cap.
When Drake said Kendrick beat his wife, what did Kendrick say?
Still wasn't proven.
Oh, what did Kendrick say though?
He's not going to say anything.
You telling me
He
it's
said-
not
he
proven,
said-
but
He's
you're
not
not telling me he didn't
He's not
deny
going to
it.
entertain the
No,
bullshit.
he did have a
told me
line.
to
He
deny
did
it.
have a
And
line.
he had
He
the
did have
next
a line.
song to
He did-
try and deny it, and he didn't.
He did have a line. He said you can keep running with them false narratives. No one believes that
Bro,
shit.
that's not denying shit. That's
Bro,
too fucking
that's
vague.
literally
To-
denying
For
it.
one, Drake had motherfucking 8 to 9 accusations on this nigga Kendrick, bro. So that's too fucking vague for that to even be directed to one or two or even 3 allegations that fucking Drake even made.
So Kendrick
you have to deny him either one by
I'm
one.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Kendrick comes out and
But
denies
Drake-
them, and then does that make them all not true? Like that,
Bro,
that doesn't
matter. But you can say
The gu-
Kendrick denied it, didn't you? You can say
the
that.
serial killer
And
is
you
going to
can go
say
off
he's
that.
not a serial killer. Like
Obvious
you're
fucking
why are
way,
you going
but
to be like, yeah,
the point of a rap beef is if you put a lie in your fucking song, you don't let nobody know it's a fucking lie. Ain't that the point of a lie? You don't let nobody find out it's a lie. You don't even let nobody even get close to knowing that this is a fucking lie. It's a bold-faced lie. You rap Meet the Grams, you get to the baby girl part, you cannot fathom what this nigga is fucking talking about because he can't even prove it. And one person is denying it, one person is standing quiet about it. So I think I'm gonna go with the one person that's saying something about it rather than the one person not saying anything.
I hear. But if the daughter was the most important part of the song, then it would have been the end of the song.
Was that not the exposure though?
It would have been the
What was the
climax of the
exposure?
song.
You tell
The
me
climax of the song
Okay.
is when Kendrick's voice raises and he literally talks about everything that motherfucker lied about. That whole verse, that whole song actually is
cancels out.
is a psychological breakdown of who Drake is and how he's perceived through his entire family. There's way more to that record than the daughter. I'm
That
sorry.
nigga
If
ain't
you
said
think
we ain't seen on Twitter. He didn't say shit we ain't read. We ain't heard the past 10 years or nothing.
Then what is Drake saying?
Rap beef is not only about new information. It's not.
I never
It's
said it was.
It's about rapping.
But
It's about rapping better, which Kendrick clearly did.
This is my thing though. Why is that the most important part of the song if we already knew the shit? Yes, he might have gave it the best perspective to look at it on. I don't even think so. I'm still giving it the push. But if you telling me that's the most important song, some shit we already knew, rather to some shit we just found out, you telling me it's
That
not
wasn't
as
just
important?
found out. That was based
Bro,
off of 2015.
when did you know about the baby girl, bro?
No,
When did you-
not,
okay,
not,
so
not
that's what I'm
that.
talking about.
No, but I'm saying on the other end, though, it's the same thing because Drake, the whole beating his wife thing, that came up in 2015. That's been debunked for years.
Okay,
So what's the
okay,
difference?
but this is the thing. That's not even the only. That's one thing. That's one thing, right?
And let me.
What has Kendrick said about the kid? Is it Dave free? What does Kendrick say about
Kendrick don't say
motherfucking?
shit to the public anyways.
Shut up.
You acting like no, hold on.
No,
'Cause I got some questions.
I
Hold
get
on.
your point
I
in
got some
this.
questions.
Ask all your stupid
What?
questions. Get them out.
Is this nigga being extorted? Is Baby Keem putting the pen down to the motherfucking paper?
Baby
As
Keem
a-
is not writing
can I
about
finish?
the
Can I finish?
fucking-
Can I finish?
Bro,
Can I finish? Can I
that's-
finish? Can
that's
I build?
insane,
Can I build?
but, yeah.
I'm just asking the question.
That's
But still,
the stupidest
that's the
shit
thing,
I
though.
ever
Because
heard.
if it was Drake, he would have needed to address these allegations. On God. And if Drake would have came out with a bop after all these motherfucking allegations was on the floor, it would not have been over. Period. It would not have been over. And you want to know what I believe?
And
you want to know what I believe? Social media has corrupted you to believe that it was over because when
That's
was
cap.
we here? When was we here?
That's good.
When was we here? We heard the hard part 6 came out.
Sunday.
Yeah.
The hard part 6 came out, right? He heard it, he banged it, whatever the fuck. I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, no, Kendrick needed to respond to these accusations. He didn't need to respond to these accusations. You was here. Did you hear him say it was over?
Yeah, he said,
Bro,
"I know you
Hell
got."
no, he didn't say that. Run that pod back. He didn't say
Okay,
that.
No,
Run- run it back.
but I'm saying Drake said it was over in the hard part. He said, "I know you got." First of all,
That's
Drake.
speculation. You never
No,
even
no,
said
no,
that.
hold
but
on,
hold
hold
on,
on, no,
hold on.
let me
Let me address. Sorry, 1 second. Let me address the bullshit that was just asked.
And listen, I ain't hear you say it was over till I think yesterday or the day
Bro,
before yesterday.
I'm
I'm talking about to me at least.
It was a reaction. It was a reaction. If you don't change your perspective on a song after the first time you hear it, then I'm sorry, you're not fucking listening.
That's fine, because we heard
You're
it
not-
the
you're
first
not
time
listening.
on the way here, and then we heard it for the second and third time here.
Okay,
so if
all
you really
within the
felt like
span
it
of
was
30
over,
minutes.
if
All-
you really felt like
all
it was
within the
over,
span- all within
and
the
he
span of
said-
30
he said-
minutes.
He said at the end of the hard part 6, he knew it was over, whatever the fuck. But you still ain't telling me that. So what I'm saying is, I
No.
feel like you genuinely getting your
No, no,
how
no,
you
No,
feel
I'm
about
not
the
saying.
battle.
I'm not saying
Not at
the
all.
battle's
And-
over.
and
I'm
you know
saying
what?
Drake
I was
bowed
talking about
out.
I was talking about him.
And
Oh,
But
okay.
you said it was over at the
Yeah, he
hard
said
part 6.
because
That's why I was-
look,
no, Drake says
But
says
what did
it's
he
over
say
at
to
the-
make it?
at
because
the end of
look, he's begging Kendrick to drop the whole fucking time through this beef. Kendrick drops and he goes, "Oh, you got 10 more songs, I know." Yeah, because you look. So what do you want? What's he supposed to do?
You
Is
probably
he
go
supposed
drop 6 minutes after this.
Is he supposed to drop or is he supposed to not?
Just
What do you
going
want
off
to do?
of what? Bro, we both
No,
know how
but
Kendrick
hold on,
moves.
hold on. Let me
And
address
we
let me address the
looking at how
bullshit.
Kendrick moves.
Let me
He's
address
just-
the
he's just
bullshit
going
you
off that.
said.
There's
Because
nothing
I
wrong
want
with that.
I want to give some life advice to everybody in this room, right? Everybody in this room aspires to be great at what we're doing here, right? We want to be podcasters.
Facts.
And what comes with podcasting
Like, comment, subscribe.
is the limelight. And what comes with the limelight? Other people's perception. And you know what? The difference is how you carry yourself. If you respond to every single thing that everybody's ever said about you, you are going to lose and you are going to destroy your own character. And the reason that there is a reason that people believe, look, I'm in the camp, throw out the shit that about Kendrick's family, throw out the shit about Drake's family. I'm in the camp of that. But if I'm being totally 100% objective, there's a reason why the internet believes Kendrick more than they believe Drake. Why? Because the claims that were made by Kendrick have more validity. Did we not see Drake with Millie Bobby Brown? Did we not see? I'm not saying those are true things. I'm saying we've seen evidence where Drake can look a certain way. Drake said a high school looks like a strip club parking lot.
It was a college.
No, Sierra Canyon is a high school.
Well, whatever the one.
Sierra
we was talking
Canyon
about,
is
mainly with
a
the girl,
high school.
The one that
Magic City. Sierra Canyon looks like Magic City parking lot.
All right.
That's a high school about college. Again, I'm off that shit. I don't believe Drake is actually a pedophile. If I'm keeping it a stat.
I don't think so.
I think he's around some fucked up shit. I don't think he's necessarily sitting here R. Kelly in this shit. Personally.
Bro, I think
I don't. But hold on. But what I'm saying is this. There's validity to that. There's validity to what's the validity to Kendrick and Dave Free being Whitney's baby daddy? There's nothing to it. There's more evidence, if you want to say that, towards that. There's more perception. There's more light shined on the accusations made against Drake than there were against Kendrick. I'm not saying either are true. So again, to me, this does not come down to lie. Meet the Grams is not about the daughter. It's about starting a song saying, "Dear son, I'm sorry that piece of shit is your father." As a man, if somebody did that to me, I'm sorry. I would want them murdered. I'm just being dead honest with you.
Yeah, it's character.
It's character shit. Like there's certain things about that song that go way beyond the daughter. So fine, throw the daughter. I saw Elliot Wilson do that corny shit where he uploaded it without the daughter. That shit was stupid. We were just talking about that before the pod. Fuck that. Elliot Wilson, legend in the game, but like, bro, he's been on some clickbaity shit.
Yeah, he on some bullshit.
Bro, I honestly think Drake revived Kendrick's career.
All right, now that's insane.
Yeah.
Bro, he did, bro. He brought him back to the game,
Revived,
bro.
there was no career. His career was
like,
fine.
Yeah,
This guy-
yeah, but
He
like,
ain't
when
done
did he
that.
ever like drop?
In 2021.
Instead of Family Ties
Oh.
and
Wait,
Brothers.
Yeah, but you're of the ilk that you think that an album needs to come out every 6 months to a fucking year. When
I mean,
the
It shouldn't come out every 2 to 3.
yeah, that is statistically
Bro, this man
over the time of music. That's how it works. Like
This man hasn't even heard. I think the only Kendrick album he's heard front to back is "Good Kid, Mad City." I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that talk.
I heard Section 80.
two.
you don't got it because the thing is, look, if you
Produced
oversaturate
by-
your fucking catalog, then everything you do doesn't hit as hard. It doesn't matter.
Listen,
as much.
to me, the hardest part of Meet the Grams is when Kendrick goes, "Take that mask off. I want to see what's under those achievements." Like that's the point of the song. It's stripping back. Okay, we are both super successful, super praised, super whatever in our space. We are icons in our space. Let's go beyond that. Let's go character for character. He did that, and I think he did that better than Drake did.
I agree.
And I thought, and I think that's what. And Meet the Grams isn't to me. We'll rank the records. Meet the Grams is not one of the best records to me.
Underrated.
But Kendrick,
overrated. My bad.
Kendrick
Overrated.
had bars in there that like, bro, like people like.
It's
This
overrated.
is like Kendrick attacked the Drake angles and he attacked them so well. Like Drake had fire lines and Family Matters. Like it's only fuck the big three.
Listen.
It's only Big D and there's video proof. And then Kendrick goes, there's a lot of weird shit going on in Hollywood. These dudes will get into pedophilia rings and then leak their own videos to further push their agenda. Nobody's talking about that line. That line is a direct response. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Kendrick he did it. He out-rapped Drake. He outperformed Drake in every way of this battle. That's what we're going through. He out-strategized him. You're right. Family Matters would have stung more, would have been a bigger bop, all of that, if Kendrick let it cook. But you know what? Kendrick did the smart play. He did that shit. Just like Drake did the smart play of charged up, and then instead of waiting for Meek, fuck it. I drove 4 days. Where y'all at?
Listen,
That's smart.
No matter what you think about what you thought was the most important part of Family Matters, the mass.
Meet the Grams.
My bad. Meet the Grams. The mass.
I don't give a fuck about the mask.
It don't matter if you give a fuck about the mask, cause I'm pretty sure you're going off Drake or Kendrick winning off the mask. Even if you got your own point, I know that you got your set
No, I do see
foundation from social media,
No.
because you would not be set right now that Kendrick won.
Yes,
you might
I
say
would.
Kendrick is winning. You want to say
Yes,
Kendrick
I would.
won. No, you would not say
Yes,
Kendrick
I would
won
because
today.
because
If people
I
would-
heard that Heart Part 6 differently after I listened to it a couple of times. Bro, you are hanging on to the first 30 minutes of a record coming out. Mind you, a Drake record. Mind you, the beef that I've been waiting for my whole fucking life. Sorry if I over fucking reacted for 30 seconds. That shit happens, dog. Like we gotta be real. That's
fine.
human. I came to that conclusion on my own. At the end of that song, when I hear this man say, I'm going on vacation, let me know when you want to address the facts. Everything I say is facts, and then offer no facts in the song.
That's what we want. But the thing is, though, he's
Come on,
this
bro.
is a
He
rebuttal
tapped
round.
out.
We talking about battle rap. Everybody say this is fucking battle rap. I watch battle rap. I know when a nigga is giving a fucking rebuttal round. So what he was doing, he's sacrificing a round to let y'all know I'm not this person. He said I am. But are you the person I say you are you going to say yes or no?
So Kendrick just makes a song and just says everything he said isn't true and now it's valid. Like that's what I mean.
No,
just
but the thing is,
Drake addressed the shit, but he didn't prove anything.
This is the thing. This is we have never seen a battle of accusations ever like this ever. This is a new type of beat.
No,
we can
right.
agree to that, right?
For sure.
Okay, so are we not in the age of information, right? Where information can break or destroy somebody's career? Yes or no, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
A lot of times.
So with that being said, we want to know the fucking truth because we want to know how this can play an effect on you.
we wanna know.
And since Kendrick knows that. That's why he shine away, and I feel like that is very cowardly. Very fucking cowardly.
First of
very
all,
fucking cowardly.
It's only been 5 days. It's not like it's that long.
He's
and
not
also,
responding. We know he's not going to respond.
But
we both know that in our heart.
even if Drake,
Everybody calling over. That's why I know he's not going to respond.
But-
That's why I'm saying that.
But point being is
he
that
dropped not like us, and he fucking nuked them.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
and-
saying.
and-
That's my main thing right there. Drake literally came on the next song. He doubled down on some shit that he said about you, and
said, "I
then the
can
next
rock with
song,
that song."
the next song, you ignore everything. You say, "Fuck it, I'm not even gonna address nothing.
not
I'm just
like us
gonna
with- not
pedal."
not like
That's
us,
all he did.
Not like us.
Pedal.
Not like us
No,
was first.
weak, bro.
not like us was first.
The Atlanta shit. The Atlanta,
Oh, yeah,
the
not like
Atlanta
us.
shit.
No,
is,
wait.
The Atlanta
Yeah,
shit
not
is
like
real.
us was first. You're right.
The Atlanta shit. Don't sleep on the Atlanta shit.
No, the Atlanta little scheme was definitely fire.
Yeah, which is for sure.
Listen,
I mean,
But no,
I-
that
which
wasn't
is
even the
one
main
thing
thing.
Drake.
That's
Which
not
is
the
one
main
thing
thing
Drake
of the song,
never.
though.
No, I agree with that. I
But
agree that the
that's
main
also
point
another
is
thing.
pedophilia. But again, it's the same reason why to me my issue with Family Marriages and I don't want to say issue because it's like a top 5 favorite song for me this year. I fucking love that song.
Yeah,
But-
and I will say, like, general consensus, which I agree with, it's some of Drake's best rapping fucking ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
It's fire. But why is the first verse aimed at Kendrick a melody? The second verse,
Because Kendrick said he
He
loved you
says-
singing. Did he not?
Hey,
he did.
He
You
gave
know
a little
what?
bit of
He did.
melody.
I will
And
say,
maybe-
that's actually...
Okay, but damn
No.
it, man.
I'm
sorry.
just giving validity
Damn
to
it,
that.
man.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
No, it's fine.
Go
It's
ahead.
fine. I'm not gonna cut that up now.
You know,
I'm not
Kendrick
gonna cut that
did
up
say
now.
he
Bro,
made a lot
I
of
was-
things about Drake. I think
I
Drake
had
gave
the
him something he loved.
I had the most fire point. I'll finish the point, but it lost its luster. So first verse, this guy Drake comes at Kendrick with a melody, right? Then, hardest part of the song, beat switches. He says, "All right, time to get serious," and starts rapping his ass off. Dark beat. None of that shit is at Kendrick. It is all at, except for one line, all of that shit is at Rick Ross, Metro, all of them.
Rocky.
Bro, and then he goes back to dissing Kendrick again with a fucking melody. I'm sorry. We've all agreed through this whole podcast. Okay, I get that there's 20 people Drake wants to shoot at and has all the right to shoot at, and Drake, do that shit. But separate Kendrick. But why is your hardest shit aimed at the people that we don't give a fuck about here about your beef? Why? You know why? Because I think, this is opinion, what I said was fact before, but now here comes opinion. The opinion part of it is, why is he also saying the same shit on each song about Kendrick? Because that is all he has on Kendrick. He does not have the ammo that Kendrick has on him.
I agree.
Which is another reason why I think the hard part
make
six.
like maybe like 2, maybe 3 accusations throughout this whole fucking beef, and then Drake, he probably got like what, 8, 9, 10, maybe.
Kendrick had
And he
Kendrick
didn't
had
even say half of them on push-ups. On push-ups, he gave you maybe 1 line of an accusation.
he gave the
Taylor made,
contract.
he gave no accusations. So what is he saying on these songs before that? He's saying on this one.
That's what I'm saying.
statement.
That's what I'm saying. But those are the only things he's getting at. Those are the only angles he's really attacking Kendrick. Notice how
That's
he
the
brought up.
first time
hey,
he damn near brought him up, because I haven't even heard him before Family Matters. So you say he was singing them on other songs. I'm trying to figure out what songs you talking about.
I'm talking about Family Matters and Hard Part 6. The last two Drake
No,
records.
you was talking about Family Matters, but you said he was talking about the same shit before. But
Yeah, I mean in those 2 records. Let me clarify. In those 2 records, in push-ups and Taylor Made, he really doesn't say too much about Kendrick. No, it's interesting. I brought up the contract thing, right? And I said I don't know if Drake want to go there. Drake did not circle back to contract.
he didn't.
He did not.
He didn't.
It goes back to my theory. About Drake's contract not being what we think. It makes me look.
That's the least thing we need to be worried about in this beef.
I
It's
That's all-
bitches getting
I agree,
beat.
but I'm
it's
pointing out-
hoes getting fucked.
but I'm pointing
it's
out
babies
angles.
that might not know they fucking daddy, and it might be some children getting touched.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We don't even know if the beating the girl part is even true. Like,
But all I know is
No,
is
that's
one,
why
like
this is
I'm
all
not believing
speculation.
shit
right,
until
it's
I
all
see
speculation.
proof.
But
Bro.
all I
need
know
proof.
Okay.
is one person denying,
Okay, so
is one
take
person
away
not saying nothing.
away the lies on both sides. What has Drake said about Kendrick that's
And-
truthful? He's short.
I mean, that's a fact.
I'm not saying. Listen, it's one thing. It's one thing to allude and have speculation on things. It's another thing to get caught in the bold-faced lie, and I feel like Kendrick got caught in the bold-faced lie. That's why I think Meet the Grams is not going to age well, and I think 616 will not age well neither.
It already is.
But how did he get caught that Drake didn't?
Huh?
How did he get caught that Drake didn't is the point. What's the bull-faced lie that he got caught in that Drake has not been equally
I just don't understand how we can look at Drake's claims as more validity than Kendrick. And again, I don't want to get into that because I'm in the camp of throw out all the shit that we don't know about, because both these rappers, if they had proof, failed. Like, I'm sorry, I do not believe that Drake set up Kendrick with that information. Do I believe he got that information falsely?
I don't think the suitcase thing. I think the suitcase thing might have been a bit of a reach, but
I don't think he set up
information. Maybe because Kendrick was on 616 going so hard about how he had this mole.
Yeah.
And the big exposal was we know the big exposal was supposed to be the baby girl. We know. Daughter, yes. I'm not saying that. I can't prove that was the mole, but if I had to put two and two together,
right?
This information you got from the mole must have been his baby girl. That was supposed to be the big exposure.
But hold on. If Drake is that smart and calculated to have that mole, right, and to do that play, if I'm Drake, I have a recorded phone call. I have something, and I put that shit at the first 10 seconds of the song, or the end of the song. But like if you have something, if you're that smart to manipulate your opponent like that, then you are smart enough to have the proof that you can present in a record.
This is the thing. I don't think he knew how this last round was about to play out. Like I said, this last round that Drake had, it was a rebuttal round. He was sacrificing a round to defend his character. What I'm going to say is, I think, because he definitely wanted Kendrick to respond to those accusations. What he was going to do next, maybe, if he did have the proof was going to be in the next song. This song, the Hard Part 6, it was a sacrifice round. It was just, let me defend myself. Let me make sure my character is not what this man is saying it to be. And then, if he didn't give a response, so we don't know what was going to happen next. But I think the next move might have been what it could have been. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but like again, bro,
that's speculation, obviously.
And this is
all
why
speculation.
This is why I say
all speculation.
This is why I say Drake lost so bad, because Drake rapped well, but the angles he took were just poor. I'm sorry if you're Drake and you're going and you're saying Kendrick is rapping like you're trying to free the slaves. I'm sorry, Drake, but what have you done in that realm? Like, there's certain things that you should speak a certain way to certain people about. Are we all on the same page in that? Mm-hmm. Are we all on the same page in, like, there are certain things that certain artists, or it doesn't even have to be an art thing, it could be a life thing. Like, I should not talk to Luka Doncic about how to play basketball. Mm-hmm. I should not do that. Right? That's stupid. Do not tell Kendrick, the one who's made all his albums about black empowerment and social issues, do not tell him that do not make fun of him rapping while he's questioning, are you in this culture or not? While he's disassociating you from the culture, making a record say you are not like us. You and your people are not like us.
Can you pull up the lyrics, please?
Like,
so which one?
Which one?
The I'm pretty sure that was Family Matters.
Family Matters, when he said you rapping like you're trying to free the slaves. Yep.
Because I feel like a lot of people are disingenuous about this specific line.
All right, look, I got him here too. So here, I'll see who gets him first. It's right at the beginning, right? Yeah, always rapping like you trying to like you're about to get the slave frees. You acting like an activist. It's just make believe. I know. Look,
why are we stuck on this one line when he's clearly elaborating that you are not this black Pan-African activist that you think you are? That's what he's saying. It's nothing else like y'all trying to make it to be, bro. And every time y'all break that down that line, it's disingenuous, and that's why I keep talking about the Kendrick fan base is so disingenuous. They would take out one line, bro. This is the thing. When Kendrick drops, bro. I've seen way more people that was Team Drake at least admit this is a great song. He made a great project. Yeah. Whenever Drake dropped, bro, none of these niggas even give him his props. Period, bro. Period.
That's
Period.
got-
And
but
they would do anything to break down this nigga legacy, bro. And there's lines like this where I think people are being disingenuous and we can't take them serious.
I don't give a fuck
I know
about
what
the
you mean.
stands and the idiots.
It don't
on
matter
Twitter.
to give a
point
fuck.
that-
I'm telling you, I'm
I
just
see your
going
point.
off
They're
the consistency.
nitpicking.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
But no,
whatever.
it's
Yeah,
still
they're
it's
nitpicking
still
shit.
it's still apply. I get what you're trying. Like he did elaborate. I'm not talking about like just that line in totality. I'm talking about that angle. And that angle coming from Drake, I'm sorry, Drake has not made a single political statement, a single social statement.
He don't need to
in his career.
and it would be disingenuous for him too. Because what he's saying is Kendrick is being disingenuous. Low key, if you read the next one, it say don't even go back to your hood and plant no money trees. What you doing all this for the people power shit? Why is you not even? I don't know if he is or not.
That's what I was gonna say.
But
He has gone back to the neighborhood. He's donated to charity. He's done
We've
shit.
we've seen shit, but however,
but what I'm
obviously
saying is
You don't know
that-
behind the scenes. Yeah.
everything can be PR
But what I'm
stunts.
saying is, with that line, we cannot make it seem like that he's.
No, but I'm saying again, it's the place it's coming from. I agree wholeheartedly. Like I think it's smart for people to attack. If you want to attack Kendrick, I think one of the things that's smart to attack is okay, how really about it are you? Which I think a lot of times Kendrick will be able to prove through the fact that all of his music is that. But
Right.
saying like I think that is a smart angle. It's just again, bro. It's like me telling Luka how to play basketball. I'm sorry, you don't operate in that realm, so it doesn't have that validity.
But you ain't gotta be, bro. You ain't gotta be in the realm of something to point out a fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be a designer for motherfucking Louis to know that a nigga might have on a fake Louis belt. I can point it out because I know Louis. He might know the history of black people for him to say that. Like, we don't know that. He just don't rap about it. That's not what we looking for Drake to rap about.
That's fair. I agree, disagree. I see that perspective. I just disagree because when there's such an ocean of difference between those two things, it's just like I can't directly make the correlation back from Kendrick to Drake, but it's along the lines of like it is along the lines of like Kendrick trying to do. It would be like Kendrick trying to do Drake's superpower.
It's like a nigga that ain't never shot a ball trying to teach you how to shoot a three. I get that.
Yeah,
that's Kendrick's perspective.
That's where I think Drake just failed in this. I think he rapped well, like technically, like he rapped well. He made some bops like Family Matters and Hard Part 6. Like Hard Part 6 again to me will rank our records. It's low for me because of the tap out. But if it weren't for the tap out, even with the lies, even with the things I just blatantly disagreed with, like the wrong parts about Mother I Sober and all that, I still would have said that's a very hard song. So Drake rapped well in this beat. Push-ups, awesome song. Like he did his thing. But I just think he didn't attack angles the right way, and he got outperformed. He got outperformed by Kendrick because the angles that Kendrick attacked, they hit harder. And there were more angles that he attacked. Again, take away the lies.
I wouldn't say more angles.
I would, because if you take away it, like okay no, we don't even have to take away. We can count the lies. We can count whatever. What are the angles Drake took in this battle? Let's really
we'll start with
count them out.
Go Kendrick.
Kendrick, okay. So Kendrick, there's and no order. They're just as they come to me. Help me out, guys. There's the gay accusations. There's the pedophilia. There's the culture shit.
The abs.
There's the what?
The abs. BBL.
The abs. Yeah, the abs. Which
is so funny that's been such a topic in this whole thing.
There's several layers of family. I don't know how many angles you want to. I would
family
say
is gonna be considered one angle. You're not about to separate three different people and make them three different angles.
I mean, but each song was an angle.
That's
but
fair.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Also, the sex ring within OVO.
Yep, the sex ring within OVO.
There's the personal Tinder that Drake has where he has Chubbs fucking interview women for him to pull up.
Yeah, I'd put that under the ring thing.
That's one thing.
Probably. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'd put that under the ring.
trying to
I
think
guess,
of-
but it's still. I would separate it because it's not necessarily underage girls, but it's the fact that he has somebody on payroll to vet his women for him to come fuck him and then drop him back off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Which you said on Chicago Freestyle, which I actually thought was hard, but I actually think it's.
I mean, it's not particularly good
I mean,
practice.
at the end of the day, it's convenient. Assuming they're of age and down and all of these things.
Right.
Obviously, let's keep it a stack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're at 7 angles.
I feel like there's so much more though.
What else did Kendrick? I feel like there's at least one or two more that I'm not thinking of, because
the daughter?
Euphoria alone had 5.
You didn't say the
I
daughter
thought-
yet. On
Well,
the
yeah, we
list.
didn't.
family.
Do you want to throw
Family.
that as fit?
If you
Okay.
want to throw it as family, that's fine.
Again, I think family should be a little bit separated, just because it was different angles of family, but there's like the fatherhood part of it. There's the relationship between him and his parents. But okay, I'm also talking these through like in real time so I can like catch any angles. Well, the Atlanta shit falls under the
Under
culture
culture as well.
Yeah, under the culture as well.
So I guess you could say there's there's overarching claims and then there's bullet points to each claim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, let's go for Drake.
So
What
Drake,
what are the Drake ones? The Drake angles are not being funny, but you're short. You're short, Whitney.
his shoes.
Wait,
so,
I
Whitney.
was really thinking more like serious shit, but if you want to count those short, I guess. But
Okay, fine.
Short.
Short,
Whitney's
Whitney.
Infidelity. We got
Uh,
is King writing for you? Are you getting extorted? Is that your baby?
Oh yeah,
Um,
Kendrick also did contract on Drake too.
Woman beater.
Yeah.
Woman beater.
So okay, so hold on.
That all fits under Whitney though.
So short,
Nah, but that's not one thing.
short,
Crazy how the
I mean,
goalposts
I think if we're counting families,
That's not
on
one
that.
thing though, because it's
But that's a whole different thing. Like,
Okay, fine. Okay, so short, with domestic violence, infidelity, in the family.
Which infidelity was addressed.
Yeah.
called
Already.
Tupac a state and begged him to take that shit down.
they both got that angle. If that's the case.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they
they
both
both
cease
lied.
and desist.
It's so crazy that Tupac has been dead for
Oh, yeah, that was
20
another thing,
for
cease and
Tupac's
desist,
been
yeah.
dead for 30 fucking years and he's the like forefront of this beef. That's so crazy when you think about it. Like
So we're at 3 now for Drake. What else do we have? You guys said one other one that I'm
I
forgetting.
said is Keem writing for him?
Oh,
is
Keem,
TDE
yeah.
extorting him? Is
Which the Keem one is always stupid to me, because we saw half of
Hold
Keem's
up.
last album
Let it-
written by Kendrick, and I'm sorry, listening to the way Kendrick rap and has been rapping since before Keem has been there, like I have no doubt that they collaborate, but like at the same time, do you really think Keem is writing about anything? And think about when he started working with Kendrick in the Damn era, but like more so after that. In Mr. Morale, an album that's all personal, like Keem ain't writing those verses. Keem ain't writing Mother I Sober.
we'll
You
talk
know-
about let him get his points off
yeah,
and we'll
you know-
discuss the points.
You know one
Yeah,
thing
sorry.
though I was thinking of that could be like
I do
Drake not,
think
Drake not
N95
gonna
is very
say this
Keem influenced.
because obviously in one of the Daylight songs he alludes to writing for Drake, right?
Yeah.
So Daylight is a TDE affiliate, right?
Oh yeah, that was another thing Kendrick did a Ghostwriter.
If Daylight is out here accepting not being credited for writing lyrics on for something he'll do for Drake, don't you think he might do that for Kendrick? Might slide him or something and just not credit. Because why would he do something
I agree.
for a Canadian?
No,
There's somebody who
I-
his
I-
whole
no,
time.
you're right. That makes total
I
sense.
agree.
And I think Drake didn't want to touch on that because Daylight would have
But-
came back and said like, nigga, I wrote
so,
back
so
to back.
I
nigga,
feel
like,
you because then you get back to the corner and Daylight has been weirdly vocal considering I feel like half
He's
these
in the
motherfuckers
middle,
that are
yeah.
looking at this didn't even know who the fuck he was before this beef.
And
honestly.
Mav Hoffa, he said, and Mav Hoffa is definitely a credible source. He even said he you gonna say you'll really sit here and say that TDE don't be in there helping each other with lyrics?
Yeah.
Of course.
Daylight ain't never say nothing to him. And Daylight and
Well,
Mav Hoffa, they in the same realm.
What
of-
I've always heard about TDE is, and again, we're getting back to the angles because we're at 4 versus we're at 4 versus
no, I
8
definitely
right
said
now.
5 because I was counting them on my finger and then you distracted me with some shit.
We're okay, fine. We're at 5 versus 8. Because I forgot the ghostwriting claim for Kendrick. So is that 8 or 9? That's, I think, 8.
It's 7, 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Anyways, the thing I've always heard about TDE is Kendrick is kind of like the Cube of TDE. Like, he is the guy that writes for everybody. Like, we've heard J-Rock references, we've heard Q references, we've heard obviously Keem references, like we've heard SZA references. Kendrick writes for pretty much everybody in TDE. I don't think people write for Kendrick. And where I'll shoot Kendrick the bail is again, if it makes it harder though if you can prove otherwise. But Kendrick has stated in interviews, remember when he was taking shots at Drake for ghostwriting in the Tip and Butterfly era, he said, nah, if you get help from writing, you stand on it. I stand on it. When I get help writing, like whether it's through samples or through production, whatever, like they are credited in the song. Like, so he's made that hard stance about it, which is why you kind of got to give him the benefit of the doubt in that claim.
Yeah,
but I don't want to get to us. Let's keep counting points.
But just to
There's more.
build on that real quick. Why would the biggest face, the moneymaker of TDE actually
he's
come
the
out in the
music
mix?
nerd, bro.
It don't matter. The person who we count on to not write the most in that fucking camp is Kendrick. So why would he even come out and admit that? Why would his team let him do that?
Wait, why would his team come out and let him
admit that somebody's writing for him? They wouldn't let him do that.
I feel you, but there's one thing. And
I'm not saying he do got.
But it's one thing to stay silent on it. It's another thing to go public when it was unprovoked. It was unprovoked when he said it. Like I saw the context of the interview. Like, the interview wasn't even talking about ghostwriting, and he brought up like ghostwriting is real. A lot of rappers do it, and I don't fuck with it.
And I don't know how long ago that was, but you know,
it was 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
You know,
So
shit change over time.
But
like,
and
for
and
sure,
what-
for sure.
Some people
what I'll
tend
say-
start getting.
sure.
Look,
you know,
since we're on this point, a quick point that I'll make is that, like, so you got obviously, like, look, if you look at Kendrick's music, you follow his catalog. Ever since
for
Baby
angles.
Keem came into the mix,
Looking for
like
angles.
his style.
Yeah.
I see why this is a topic, because his style has shifted one way or another since Baby Keem's came into the mix.
For sure.
Now I think
Say that
that,
one more
but
time, my bad,
I,
it's on
I'm
now.
saying that I think that so Kendrick's certain aspects of Kendrick's style have changed since Baby Keem came into the mix.
That's
I think the
facts.
difference is though influence versus actual writing. Like, I think that Baby Keem influenced Kendrick to change his style or he heard Baby Keem shit and was like, "Yo, this is hard. I like the way you're doing it."
You can't
But-
convince me
but-
Baby Keem's not involved in that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or the songs that they have together, the Hillbillies.
But like the
Mainly
hook, not the verse.
Yeah.
Another
the
thing.
Hillbillies is a great example
the
of
main
like
thing.
that's clearly a very Kendrick catered to Keem. But
Yeah.
there's a difference between influence and ghostwriting actual songs or reference tracking songs. I think that's where a lot of people are getting this lost, is that like Keem obviously is influencing him, but he's not writing for him.
That's so like I agree with all that. And like another thing to go off of that is just that.
And by the way, I'm gonna just shoot you. I'm gonna just shoot it to you for the accusation, the angles part, because I low key was really just going off new shit. So obviously, like,
Well,
Wait.
there's also that.
when I was thinking the angles, I wasn't thinking all.
I'm
shit
thinking
you was
of
thinking.
the angles
you was
that
thinking
were
of
just
everything.
taken in
There-
back.
I wasn't thinking
there's
about all
also
that
there's
first,
also
but
that
you're right,
he
it's about the same.
what Drake said that he
But Drake not about to deny half those, because like half of them.
What was that,
but
Adi?
I know what you mean.
Kendrick paid for blowjobs.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the
talking
Kendrick.
I must have missed
Family
that.
Matters.
But where
And
was
Family
it?
Matters, we was talking about what you say you got
Bitches drive 2 hours.
2 hours
and
for a
you pay 'em
blowjob,
just
nigga.
to
No,
get
that
a
was the
blowjob.
weekend, right? That was when
Yeah.
he was going at the weekend.
Was
I
it?
didn't know
Yeah,
who he was talking about.
Because
so
that
I
was
don't
in,
know.
that was in the,
Yeah,
the when it switched to the drill beat. That was
Yeah.
when he was addressing everyone
Yeah,
else.
he was
And then he
addressing
said the
everybody else.
400, or he said they're off that snow, like 400.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought
yeah,
that was
that's the
that was for
weekend, yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Just the blow part's got to be the weekend for sure.
Hey, bro, that
Oh,
is.
and the part when he started grabbing on his waist, that had to be for Weekend too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
yeah,
there was some-
I think
yeah.
people flip that bar. I don't know if it's a gay bar or if it's like Drake like
Nah,
for
he
his
was
waist,
he was
like-
talking about
like young
when
shit.
when the weekend was on one of them songs on Future new album, and he didn't have a verse on there, but he was humming in the background.
Oh,
So
Oh,
I
okay.
know that's where he got it from.
yeah, okay,
For sure.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That see again, bro. That song is fucking slick, and he snapped, but we're breaking it down, and we had more angles for Kendrick than we.
But
than
can
we
we
did
just
for,
can
for
we
Drake.
can we
And
just
I think,
hold on,
and
I
I
ain't
think
finished.
Drake,
I ain't get to finish the angles, but
okay.
can we just
Keep
like
going.
respect that he's going for all these people by himself?
No,
It's
I
only a
do.
20v1.
I do. Listen, I don't. I
Like-
like that's why I hate this, because I have honestly been as objective as almost anybody I've seen in media about this beef. I have come and said on several times, Drake can win. Drake is in the lead. Drake
Bro.
is blah blah blah.
Drake.
I've
that
gotten
angle doesn't work because it's Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah.
It's not about everybody else.
It's not, but these motherfuckers, bro. I hate that. I hate how this has
is it
gotten
about
to this
is it
point.
about what we feel though, or is it about what Drake feels?
Well, this podcast.
Because
is
I
not how we
heard
feel.
on
Yeah.
one of your points when I was watching our shit back, you was off the fuck what everybody else think. What does Drake think? So is it not
Yeah.
the same in this point?
Yeah, no, I think that too, but I think that I just, again, opinion.
I'll shoot it to you, though.
But it's a super strong opinion. I can't say fact, obviously, but I believe it in my whole heart and soul. The way we, man, fuck it, bro. Get to the speaker and rewind to the end of Heart Part 6 and play that shit where he's talking, and honestly tell me that doesn't sound like a man walking away.
Play it
Just
off here.
pull up the lyrics.
Honestly.
You just pull up the lyrics.
I know, but when you hear the tone,
Can we get copyrighted?
when
if
you
we
hear
play?
the tone, we're not monetizable anyway, so fuck it.
But don't the videos get deleted?
That's the way I look.
No,
it
our,
just,
thirty-
our
30
vultures,
seconds.
our
it just gets like
reaction
it just
is
gets like a claim or whatever. But we can fight that shit, and also I don't give a fuck because we're not monetized yet.
yeah.
Right.
We're not monetized yet. To me, that's okay. Watch, yeah. Go to the end. Yeah.
Doesn't even have a blogger and edit. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise.
This shit was some good exercise. Was.
You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor. But it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like,
You got it burnt
you
out.
got 10 more records to drop.
Yeah, see, it was 10 more.
Last one we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one to try and cover that up. I would like that one. That
Coward.
would be some shit I could dance to if he wasn't tripling down on
Yeah.
some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you. Bring you back to the game. Like,
Which he did. Bring him back.
but just let me know when we get into the facts.
Let me know when we get into the facts. That's what I heard.
Yeah, all
Let
that
me
shit
know
is-
when we get into the facts.
Yeah,
nigga.
Drake, when are we getting to the facts?
We're waiting. He
But it-
sacrificed this round to protect his integrity, his character, and all that.
But you
we
don't-
want to
he
get to
didn't
the
protect
facts
shit.
next round.
But
He
you
didn't
don't
protect
sacrifice
But you
it.
don't protect. But you don't protect. I okay. If you want to go that angle, sure. But I don't think he executed well enough to protect his integrity, because I'm not walking away from that being like,
Oh,
you know
because
what?
That's
Oh,
if you think he walking away.
I believe no. I'm saying walk away. I'm not using the metaphor of
You're saying
step away
for
from the
him to
battle.
walk
I'm
away
saying
from it.
I'm not taking. Sorry, let me use different words. I'm not taking away from that record. I'm not taking away from that record any facts, anything,
Because there isn't.
anything. Him saying, listen, let me know when we get to facts. I get
to
that.
him.
I get that point. Right? But he did not explicitly bring anything that was concrete, factual in that rap.
Matter.
Yes, it
you
does.
told me he was giving up. What I heard was, I want you to get to the
But you
facts
can't
next
protect-
round.
but you
Next
can't-
round, I want you to bring the fucking facts. That's what I heard.
Okay,
If we are gonna continue this, I don't want to get to the facts. I want you to get to the facts, or this shit burnt the fuck out.
But
because
then-
I'm tired of all this pedo claims, nigga.
But then, okay, so Kendrick drops another track and said, now you get to the facts. It's the same. You're at
No,
the same
now,
point.
now,
It's a
now.
cyclical-
That's
it's a
running
cyclical
running laps.
conversation.
That's running laps. That's running laps. In my opinion, that's
This
running laps.
this
'Cause
song
this
was,
song
in
is
my
so-
opinion,
so
this song was
listen,
running
listen.
laps.
So you're
Push-ups,
saying Kendrick
push-ups,
need facts, but
push-ups.
Drake don't.
Push-ups. Hold on one second. Push-ups. He doesn't really actually go into any type of like personal type of accusations. Family matters. He does. But then Kendrick ends up going into this extra pedophile angle to where maybe he could have might have got to the facts, but he couldn't because on Twitter on Twitter and all over social media, all you hear is, oh, Drake just said he denied having a child. He didn't even say anything about the pedophile angle. Is he a pedophile? This, that, third. And then when he actually addresses that he's not a fucking pedophile, it's over. That's what. At least he's defending himself. How was that a bad thing? He literally at the end of the day, social media kind of just forced his hand.
But you
so he had to sacrifice around. He had to sacrifice around and make sure that everybody knows I'm not the guy that he's saying I am. That's fine. You could sacrifice round. That's what I'm saying. If y'all want to give him this round and say not like us over motherfucking the Heart Part 6, I don't have no problem with that. I think he sacrificed his round for a reason. I respect it. I think it's cowardice to go pedo, and fucking not say anything after that.
Well, we only look.
And on top of the fact, and not like us, he said he got more shit to talk about that he can elaborate on.
So let it cook. It's only been 5 days.
But also,
that's true.
That's just it. We got a lot that happened last week very quickly.
True.
So we only have had 5 days. Like that's not that long in the grand scheme of things. And I'm sorry, Platte, before you cook, because I want to let you. I want to let you get a whole point across, but. The thing is I get what you're saying, but defending yourself by saying no, that doesn't do anything because anyone could do that.
Okay.
Anybody who's on trial could just say, Judge, no, I didn't do it.
That's fine.
And then they can still be convicted.
I got a question for you. We in Walmart, right? And I'm like, this nigga's a pedophile. He's a fucking pedophile. Are you going to stand there? Are you going to run away? Or are you going to say, what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Can we get some proof? Can we get some facts?
Right. Okay.
That was what I think he wanted to happen in the next round. He sacrificed this round just to make sure, hey, I'm not what this nigga is screaming about in y'all fucking ear.
But if Kendrick comes back and does the exact same thing, I want you to keep that same fucking energy. If he does the same thing, if Kendrick comes back and does the same thing and says, where's your facts? I want you to keep that same energy because it's exactly the same.
Because like I said, push-ups, he doesn't really accuse anything except the Whitney shit. Family Matters, yes, he throws accusations out there. The next song is The Heart Part 6. That is after fucking Kendrick screamed pedophile for 4 minutes straight on the fucking track. We have to set these facts aside and let him fucking defend his character because a pedophile angle is way more serious than him getting out some bullshit about fucking what you heard about Kendrick. Personally, I would think, if somebody called me a pedophile, fuck all this other shit. I'll get to that later.
It's serious.
Let me get to this now.
And I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying the playing field is still level on the fact that just because Drake said it's not true does not mean it's not true.
I'm not
if Kendrick comes out and
what
says,
I'm saying is,
if
I'm
Kendrick
gonna
comes out and says,
I'm gonna go with the person who's denying it rather than the person who's shying away and ignoring everything. I know it's 5 days. I feel like he's not gonna apply though.
Yeah, as we are right now, you're right. That is the case. But you have to keep that same energy. If Kendrick comes back and does the same thing, and all he says is, "I didn't do it,"
I don't think I have to keep the same energy because
do any of that shit.
Listen. This is what I'm saying. Euphoria. Do he allude to some pedophile shit in Euphoria?
Euphoria, I think he alludes to it. He said, "I'll spare you."
Okay,
this time.
so he was doing this for literally three songs straight. He kept saying the same thing.
Yeah.
No proof. Why? You can't even respect that.
Which to be fair, Drake did, and Kendrick dropped more songs than Drake, but Drake did in 2 songs make the whole crux of his angles against Kendrick have been 2 claims, the same 2 claims, the abuse and infidelity. Those are the 2 things that Drake has claimed consistently in the 2 records. Right. And I'm saying that those are in 2 records. You're talking about 3 records for Kendrick, but Kendrick, as we know, dropped more records than Drake. So like to me, it's kind of a moot point because they are both hammering home.
But the thing is, it's not like he ain't have time to address to put the whatever he's accusing Drake of out there. He motherfucking Euphoria dropped on Tuesday. He dropped another song Friday morning. Drake dropped his shit Friday night.
Friday.
It's Friday night.
Friday at midnight. Kendrick dropped a half
right
hour
before
later.
midnight.
Not Like Us drops the next day.
Yeah.
Then Heart Part 6 drops the next day.
Yeah.
So really, after Family Matters, if he wanted to, he could have just really just dropped the receipts. You went 3 songs straight talking about he was a pedophile already, and then you go on a 4th one. That don't sound like weak to you. It don't sound like, to me, that literally sounds like he's the liar. If you ask me, don't you think? Because you literally at any point in time after,
No,
I'm gonna say after Euphoria and 616, I'm gonna put those two together. After that point, he literally could have dropped the evidence if he wanted to. But it's like,
So
I
could
don't
Drake.
think he had anything. What I'm telling you is Drake made one accusation on push-ups. Then on Family Matters, he made more accusations, right?
Right.
The next song, possibly he could have dropped those accusations, or dropped the facts on those accusations. But it's a nigga in everybody's ear saying, this nigga's a fucking pedo. So yes, I think it would be smarter for you to sacrifice.
But you can do both.
Either or. Yeah, he could have did both.
Again, that
But-
goes to
But
what
Kendrick
it
went
is.
way harder on this pedo angle with no proof. That's the thing. Like
Again,
you can't say Drake really
don't
went that
force-
hard when he only did it on one song.
No, but
No, but
domestic
I,
abuse-
prior to that.
but I can because
It's the
that's the
closest
majority. That's the majority of what Drake has said about Like when we look at what he said about Kendrick
song.
verbatim.
On one song.
On 2.
It doesn't.
On
it-
one song.
and
He
it-
only said but
On
Whitney
2.
with the bodyguards. That's all he said on the first song. That's it.
Again, I'm talking about Family Matters and Hard Part 6. The
Oh
shit.
yeah, you
the
talking
shit,
about that. I'm talking about push-ups.
The shit he said. Yeah. Okay. The shit he said. Yeah. The only shit he really said about push-ups about Kendrick is that he's short. And the Whitney thing in the contract, right? And then on Family Matters, he does the abuse and the infidelity, kind of like furthering the Whitney thing.
and the Dave Free thing.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So the infidelity and
infidelity on her
the
part,
and
yeah.
the abuse, and then makes more short stuff for Kendrick. I just did. I just did. I heard that.
Wait,
That shit-
what'd you
that shit
say?
funny.
What'd you say?
I actually drunk as shit, but I just picked it up and drunk.
That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
I
no.
don't really care.
But what I'm saying is that when we really, that's why I wanted to bring up the angle count, because again, I get that you are fixated on the pedophilia because that has been Kendrick's main angle, but I think both have had main angles, and I don't want to play the game of which is more believable than the other, but I stated it earlier. I'm sorry, there is just, from a point blank, pure objective perspective, there is more light shined on Drake and pedophilia than there is about Kendrick's wife being promiscuous.
That's
and-
just regardless though, because Drake is way more accessible. So
okay, but facts.
But he
facts
made
are
himself that
facts.
way, too.
Yeah, but
yeah,
he
no,
made
that's
himself
fine.
that way.
But what I'm saying is
But-
though.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. No, I want you to keep building.
Yeah,
on that. My bad.
that's all I'm. That's why I want to I want to just like put a bow on that point. My point is that they both been attacking the same angle so well. You can attack Kendrick for you can do both. If you were Drake, if you were smart in that song, if you weren't tapping out in that song, one, you wouldn't have said this was a good lyrical exercise. Why was? And also keep in mind,
Might not thought about it.
remember he talked about going on vacation on Hard Part 6. He also talked about going on vacation on Family Matters. This man has been from the very
Man, he
beginning
said he
of
was
Beef
going
X-
on vacation after tour. We gotta stop going off that, bro. Because we know if Kendrick would drop another
Why
diss
are you
right,
saying that in
if
a
Kendrick
battle,
would drop,
dog? That
Okay,
again,
it
that
don't-
sounds like a motherfucker that's just
Yeah,
ready to go.
okay, but yeah, you said on Family Matters that he said he was going on vacation. Did he go on vacation? No. As soon as Kendrick responded, you got a response the next day. So clearly, he just I don't know why he keeps saying that. I don't know. I
Again,
don't know.
bro,
I'm
that
not gonna
sounds-
defend it.
that
But
sounds
what I'm
like-
saying
yeah, that
is,
sounds
this
like
nigga
somebody
been
that-
saying he gonna go on vacation
That
since the
sounds
tour
yeah,
ended.
and that sounds like,
I don't even know
but
if you
that
think
sounds
word
like
of that.
somebody that
I-
just don't want to be in this. And if you don't want to be in this, I'm sorry, bro. You're losing. Like that's part of this game. All I'm
wouldn't wanna
saying is
be
this.
in that period. You
They
know how
both
many niggas he
attacked-
going against.
They
That's
both
not something anybody want to be in for real.
Can I say
no,
something
but
real quick?
but I feel you on that. But also at the same time, bro, he bodied all of them with push-ups. He never needed to say shit about any of them again.
Can I just say something
True.
real quick?
Yeah.
Let
'Cause
me
you
talk
haven't
for a
talked in
second.
a while.
Okay,
I've
I'm
been
trying-
dying
let
for
me
you to
get a little
talk.
intermission. I'll use the bathroom.
Yeah, you
Go
good.
for it.
You're good.
Damn, I kind of wanted the raw to be here for that, but all right, whatever. It might be a good point.
It
So-
might be a good point.
No, just listen.
Guys,
okay.
I've been silent for 45 minutes. I think I got
I think I
something.
got some.
Well,
yeah,
I've been
this-
trying, bro. I've been trying to talk this whole
This
time.
sounds
I just
disrespectful.
can't.
Talk loud.
But listen, so we can all agree that Drake's the biggest accusation on him is the pedophilia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, would Drake really be continuing this battle if it was true? Because think of it this way.
No, but
he's
that's
hold
why
on,
I think
hold
he
on.
tapped out.
Hold on.
He's
let
a-
him-
he-
let him
Oh,
cook.
sorry.
He's a Drake's a really big artist, right?
Yeah.
Really big.
Yes.
The biggest
They
in the
would
world,
they would
essentially.
have proof automatically on his ass, like straight away.
Not according to him. He said I haven't gotten caught because I'm famous. He literally
No.
said not
Okay, wait.
verbatim, but he said I'm famous. I would have gotten caught, which is a terrible line, by the way, because
But he wouldn't be
famous people
continuing
do
this.
the most bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, bro.
He really wouldn't be continuing this battle though.
No,
because
but-
like Kendrick
but
would
if
get
you-
something
but-
like that.
But the thing is that I mean, it's the same. It literally, yeah. I mean, Rod leaving for a sec, but it's like it's literally to his point that by him bowing out, then everyone assumes it's true.
But him bowing out is before it goes to Kendrick being like, "Hey, the rabbit hole goes deeper. I promise." Blah blah.
Right.
And Drake has corporate brands like Nike that he's attached to. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
But yeah, like he would, because if he bowed out, that would look worse.
Bro, there are people
just like Kendrick. Like Kendrick not responding, it looks worse.
There are documents out there that say that are suggesting that UMG themselves, the label themselves, are telling Drake to bow out because of obviously all of the
Yeah, I saw
negative
that.
press
Yeah.
and everything.
Bro,
So again,
It was fake.
I could see that. I could see it as possible. I saw somebody debunk it, then I saw more documents that I don't know yet to be true. Again, that's why I'm saying.
let me
not
see
saying
what
I
the
know.
what did you think
Yeah.
about this?
To catch you up, yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
wanna cut you.
like would Drake really be continuing this battle? Think of it this way: Drake's a big artist, right? We can all agree that the biggest accusation is the pedophilia, right?
Mhm.
Why would he be continuing to keep going with this if
If it were true.
if it was true, if there was proof of it? Why would he keep going if he knows it will get out?
I
If-
mean, I don't know how to answer that because that's what I'm thinking too. Like, why would you continue if you
Yeah.
know somebody? If you know there's something out there that you being Drake, the big name artist you got, if there's really something out there on you
But
about these accusations, I would have pulled a Kendrick. I would have just made a banger and brushed it under
Yeah,
the rug.
well,
You know what I'm saying? That's
well,
how I
and-
think
and-
I would have played it out. But everybody gonna play it different, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really answer that question.
What I
don't
said
know.
is
That's
that
what
it
I'm saying.
looks worse by bowing out, by completely just staying silent on it, which is what, like,
That's what I'm thinking.
Which is-
I'll give you the Drake addressing it. I don't think that addressing it makes anything less true or less false than it was before.
Yeah.
But by him being silent after all those accusations were made, it looks worse.
I also don't
And-
think. I also just don't think he attacked the like. I'm not a pedophile like the right way, and I don't know how to write it the right way because, like you said, that's a damned if you do, damned if you
Damned if
don't.
you don't,
That's
right.
Like
that you're stuck.
It is very fucked, but it's like
That's
like
what I'm saying. This
people are
round
saying,
needed to be
like-
sacrificed for his character. That's what I feel like he should.
I know.
I'm not saying that's
but
what we should have did, but
if,
I feel like
but,
it's the best
But
way.
if you're doing that and you want the battle to continue and you don't want it to look like you're bowing out, number one, again, I'm stuck on the word was. Why are you saying was? Why are you saying this was a good battle?
Oh.
Again, and the other thing too is that again, if you are going to say everything I'm saying is facts and blah blah, you would have took things further with the Kendrick evidence if you had that. Like to me if you're Drake and you're obviously at that point before the hard part 6, everybody thinks Drake is losing the battle if not lost, right? We all agree there. At that point, if you're Drake, your back is against the wall, you are playing defense. If you are sacrificing yourself for this round, but in the hopes of continuing the battle, in the strategy of continuing the battle and planning it all out, I'm sorry, but I'm making sure that I still have my swing at Kendrick that did enough damage to make Kendrick respond. Because the things he said about Kendrick in that were the same things he said in Family Matter, and when he elaborated incorrectly with the Mother I Sober. So it looked bad. Again, all I'm saying is that if he would have executed that better, then I think he could have honestly saved the battle. But right now, he put himself in a battle or in a situation where, in my opinion, and I know this is a common opinion, but my opinion, on my own Chris Platte formed opinion that was not Twitter related, is that Kendrick won this battle unless Drake continues it. Drake did not do enough that round to push the battle forward.
See,
that is my opinion. He did not push the battle forward enough.
I will agree that I think that Kendrick, it's still like right now because of the back and forth. I think
it honestly seems like overkill if Kendrick drops another song about Drake being a pedo. Like it does. Like it seems overkill.
Nah, if he dropped another song about him being a pedo, and I feel like it didn't have no type of validity, because there's literally no. It's all speculation on if Drake is a pedophile or not with these accusations or whatever. But if he dropped another song, that would be 5 songs in a row of him alluding to Drake being a fucking pedophile with no proof. There's somebody out there that's gonna get tired of this. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like with Drake accusations,
that, yeah.
He accused the Whitney shit. He did it on 2 songs, but everything else, it was one song. One song. He couldn't even get another song out to maybe just validate or address those claims that he put out there, because we got Kendrick yelling that he's a fucking pedophile, literally for 4 songs straight.
I know,
So,
and I will say, playing devil's advocate, or playing to your side, I will say,
which I don't think was
outside of pretty much what we have here is essentially the two, outside of like murder, which in a lot of modern day gets looked over, but they're pretty much the 2 worst things you could accuse people of is pedophilia and domestic abuse.
But one of them you can brush off, and we know this because we didn't seen hella cases of celebrities. We know they done beat their wife. Javante Davis then did it. We done heard motherfucking Dub C done beat motherfucking Chili from TLC. We done heard Dr. Dre
or whatever. Yeah.
We done heard Dr. Dre beat his wife. That's the type of shit you can brush off. When it comes to pedophilia, there's no brushing off that. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation. So either Drake, maybe he could have went on Instagram and made a little post. Oh yeah, the accusation. All right, yeah, that's cool. Honestly, I enjoyed him making a great song out of him denying these allegations. And
look,
I think the winner.
Every song we've gotten here has been
good.
Yeah, no, definitely. Every song. There's not one song.
We talked about the 616. I didn't like it as a diss, but I liked it as a song. Right. But like we talked about, it's like, look, if we're talking about how good these songs are as songs, they rank above a lot of other shit to begin with. Like, you know what I mean? Even the worst one out of all of them. Yeah.
I just want to know why Not Like Us is the biggest one.
It's a banger.
Because it's a fucking
get up and dance.
I'm not saying it's trash.
That's clear.
I'm not saying it's trash. It's definitely growing on me. I've been listening to it recently.
It's a banger.
I am fully prepared.
Euphoria, bro,
I am fully prepared to Euphoria.
My favorite.
We're gonna rank the song. At my work today, bro. My boss is like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Oh, you ain't know? Let me get you hit." Like, bro, it's everywhere. Right now.
Not Like Us, and I want to see how this ages. So I'm not saying this is concrete. This is where I feel right now. And I could be caught in the moment and the excitement of the battle. But I do think it's a better diss than Back to Back, which I think is an all-time diss, which I think is a top 5 to 7 diss.
Not Like Us?
I think Not Like Us is better than Back to Back. I think it did Back to Back better.
Not like that for sure.
So,
but
in my opinion,
Back to Back overplayed as fuck.
At the end of the day, my opinion was that Kendrick out-rapped Drake. That if we want to remove the lies, that's fine. I thought he had better songs. He did better numbers. That's inarguable. He out-charted him. I thought the production I think the layers he puts in all of these songs were incredible. The fucking church bells when he starts dissing Drake, the way he rises his voice at the end of me, again, the theatrics, the things that make Kendrick great. Like he put like songs that, like, the way he makes songs for albums, he made diss songs. Like he put a lot of attention to detail in it. Drake gave us absolute bangers. I think this was an awesome all-time beef. I think it was worth everything we wanted it to be. If it's indeed over right now,
It's my favorite beef.
but I just think it's over. And I think when I look back at it, if I'm looking back at it as a scorecard and I'm breaking it down in categories, rap category I give to Kendrick, strategy category I give to Kendrick. Like I don't see the category I give Drake. Numbers we give Kendrick. Like I think Kendrick dominated Drake, and it's fine because Drake still performed well. It's just what we saw was incredible to me, in my opinion. But I don't want to downplay Drake in this, because I want to give him credit for jumping in the ring, especially when everybody in the industry hated on him.
Yeah, and still
Performed well.
and still standing his ground.
He
and all
performed
that.
well for everybody but Kendrick. That's the thing. I really think that what Drake did in this beef would beat almost every other rapper on the planet. I don't know how many rappers he wouldn't have beat with Family Matters, Push-Ups, and Heart Part 6.
Yeah, it is hard to say. Now, I will say that with Not Like Us, one angle, because I just wanted to bring this up too. I was thinking about this
Ain't
earlier,
not like us.
and I've seen this point brought up. Now, this is I'm not saying this is one way or the other, but so Kendrick has Not Like Us. One of Drake's claims throughout this whole thing, I can't quite remember. I feel like it was either on it was on Family Matters or Push-Ups, that he had said that he had mentioned about him going number one. Now, do I think that this is the argument that's come up, is that he only went number one because Drake's name was in it? Which, does that have a lot to do with it?
That was on Family Matters,
Yeah,
though.
and does that have a lot to do with it? For sure. But it's another one of those situations. Obviously, it's not as serious as a pedophilia one, but it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because by him going number one, oh, Drake's name is involved. By him not going number one, you weren't going to go number one, da-da-da. You know what I mean? So there's no winning in that angle either. You know what I mean? On Kendrick's side. Because if he hadn't gone number one, people would have been like, see, Drake was right. By him going number one, you get, oh, because Drake was mentioned, or because it's in the Drake beef, now you're going number one. So not that like changes anything, but I just wanted to bring that point up too and see what your opinion was on it, because I had noticed that also.
Yeah, I've seen that angle too.
Yeah, no, I've seen that angle too. I mean, objectively, it's true. Like,
Yeah,
like
no.
Right.
this is
You
his
can't
third. This is
deny
third.
the influence
This
of
is
the beat.
first solo hit,
Solo
right?
hit,
Number
so-
one.
solo
No,
number one.
It's his solo number one debut.
Debut number
Debut?
one.
Yeah, see,
So-
that was a shady way of putting it, because Humble went number one and went number
That's
one. the
true. I
second week.
keep forgetting
Okay.
about that fact too. Yeah, Humble
Yeah.
did go number one, but it was like second,
I
third.
hate when people fucking word
They
shit. so
just throw one
fucking-
word in
Yeah,
and
sorry,
switch it up.
sorry
That's
if
just so
that,
irritating.
I
That's
didn't
why
mean to word it that way.
Because
Either, but
it was I seen it online. That's where I got it from.
yeah.
So
I
know.
just think it's a talking point. It's
Hip Hop
interesting.
Daily.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna be a lose-lose when you know Drake is the numbers guy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
we knew that from the jump. It wasn't leaving no. Like,
'Cause, yeah,
that's why like that. Even if Drake said that, like that shit just gonna get. He said that on the song, right? That shit just got slid under a rug. Like we don't care that. We know that. Like,
Right.
We know that.
But again,
We've been
when
saying
we're-
that since the fucking control response.
Yeah,
so.
but when we're talking about, as far as accusations, it goes further than just life as well. It goes into how your career has been and whatever. And obviously people have attacked the Kendrick not dropping angle. I still think as me and Platte, me and you being Kendrick, pretty big Kendrick fans,
Yeah.
that it's fine if he doesn't drop every fucking year. That's whatever.
I've been
But-
satisfied with the work I've gotten each time.
But I find that interesting. Drake's name gets mentioned. Now he goes number one. It's the biggest talk of the industry. I think it's interesting.
I think this really played out perfectly for Kendrick. I really do. I think the way this went, again, we'll see if it's actually over. Right, I feel like it's over, and I feel like Kendrick won. I feel like he won by a landslide, but I don't
I think there's
necessarily
more
think
to
that.
come.
I don't think that.
I think more is
over.
gonna come. I just don't think it's gonna be no time.
I think it's.
soon,
I
'cause
think if
people's-
anything, it's gonna be just slight jabs, and it's gonna be whatever. It's gonna be a little. It's gonna be a little.
I feel
little
like
sparring
he
shit.
probably like if anything I do like because some people just can't accept defeat. You know what I'm saying? Like and Drake did it when
Drake's not one
Yeah.
because he's still taking shots at Push.
Drake did it and like even like with Hov like we all know he lost to Ether, but he was on the blueprint
He
too,
could-
still sending shots at Nas.
And he
like,
and these are
continued,
two
and he
people-
continued to drop shit whenever Nas was dropping. It was just like Nas got this album. He's like, hey, by the way, me and Beyonce working on something really
Right,
hard.
type
Like,
shit.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
both,
like
both Drake and Kendrick are two people who are also never going to accept defeat. Both
Yeah.
of them. Neither
yeah,
of
they're
them
both.
will.
They're
well,
both
honestly
petty.
though, if this beef just left off right here, I wouldn't be mad only because he ain't bow out again. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that was his big thing. I don't think he wanted to bow out. Like he kept saying he was gonna
yeah.
go on vacation and shit like that. But I know realistically, he not doing the Pusha T.
But
part two.
I think even Drake knows right now that record didn't. That the Hard Part 6 didn't do what it needed to do to continue the battle. If he wants to continue the battle, so if he wants to continue the battle, then he will continue the battle. But right now, I think Kendrick won. I think he dominated. I think Drake performed well, and I think it worked out perfect for Kendrick because now Kendrick obviously did crazy numbers. We saw the numbers about his streams running up and all this shit. So obviously he benefited from that aspect, but he benefited from a culture standpoint too. The culture endeared him more than they ever have. They always have. They've always revered him, obviously.
Facts.
But now it's like, oh, you finally gave us commercial Kendrick, because even the culture loving Mr. Morale the way they did, like there was still that large portion that was like, yeah, I'm not trying to hear that therapy shit right now. I'm trying to have fun. Kendrick gave us Not Like Us, like a record to have fun. So like now he's got the ultimate pass to do whatever he wants. And if you look at the history of Kendrick, he does an experimental album, then he follows it up with a super commercial album every time. So if he does that, he can do crazy numbers. And I think again, he stood on like his thing he stood on in this beef was like his humanity, and which Drake tried to attack, which I thought was smart. But again, I just don't think he did it well enough. But I think that right there, like when he says in Meet the Grams, when he's talking to the baby girl and he says, "This is the reason I made Mr. Morale." Like, I think this weirdly also just like helped Mr. Morale. Like, it's gonna help the perception of Mr. Morale, like the mystique of it, the whatever, because it is a controversial album. So I think this played out. I think this did play out great for Kendrick. I can't wait to see what's next on his end. But again, I want to credit Drake, because Drake did his thing, and I really think if I'm talking off the top of my head, I think that there's probably only like 2 or 3 rappers that Drake doesn't absolutely wipe the floor with doing what he did in this beef.
Yeah.
And it's Kendrick and like Jay. Like I think if you take
Pretty much it, yeah.
if you take this against anybody else, he is cleaning them.
Right.
He is cleaning them. He just didn't do enough against
Well, to be
what
fair,
Kendrick did.
Push.
Yeah, true. And
To be
Push, yeah.
fair. And Joe Budden.
But
To
so
be fair.
let me give you this.
Well,
Because where do you think? Because I say all that
Joe
to
Budden
say,
dropped like 4 tracks back to back or some shit.
yeah,
man.
bro.
He did not respond.
And they were like
And-
each
and I
8
think it
minutes,
was
bro.
a
They were
smart move,
crazy.
Because Joe Budden is not gonna give
Bro,
up.
yeah, 'cause-
I don't see Joe Budden giving up not one bit.
No,
yeah,
it could be
look,
10
look,
rounds.
I
Yeah,
like
that
Joe
man
Budden,
is
but
something else.
yeah, I mean, he's got that angle to him. He's just
Yeah.
he'll take it that far.
But-
yeah.
That's
you
like
think-
one of them losses where that's like one of them L's where it's like you can kind of just sweep under this nigga not important enough, so fuck it.
So
I'm not
I
responding.
say all that Kendrick part to say, now let's play the devil's advocate here about Drake and assume that it's over, and assume that again the public perception, which is very strong and obviously has its influence on a lot of people. What does this do for Drake? What does this do for Drake? Because I'm never gonna. Let me be clear. It's not ending Drake's career
No.
at all. Like you can't end the monster that Drake is
That is the only thing. I mean, but just like Jay and Nas didn't end each other's careers, and this isn't going to end either of their careers either. It's not even in.
I don't think.
All I'm saying is though, he better sell that $88 million home in LA, boy. That motherfucker cannot go there.
But I think the next maybe two, maybe 3 months is he gonna go through what Gunna went through once motherfuckers found out. Well, once people thought he was snitching.
Yeah.
When everybody was in the club and they was playing Gunna, and nobody was moving. Everybody acting like it's over for his career, and then he just come back out with a banger. That's all that's about to happen.
Everyone loves it, and whatever.
Everybody loves it.
And I love such a good album.
Based on timing, we got it's already been rumored we got a Kendrick album coming.
I don't think that's real.
I
by the way.
so. But it is time wise.
I think if anything, it's PG Lang. I don't think
time wise makes sense. Could be a whatever. Drake just had For All the Dogs and the deluxe, so I don't see him having an album this year per se.
Well, he drops every year.
Now whether anything is addressed on either of their next albums, that's whatever. But I can see this definitely. Look, even though a lot of the shit that's being said is pretty heavy, publicity is still publicity at the end of the day. Both are going to do different numbers than they did before, I think.
Yeah.
Even though Drake, obviously, he has the numbers locked, and we've said that from the beginning, but that'll be up there too. I'm just curious to see where they move next in their careers because
I don't think it's gonna move Drake's numbers. I think he's gonna move
Kendrick's. Yeah, I think Kendrick's numbers is gonna go up.
I think his is
gonna
go
I
insane.
honestly don't only see Kendrick's numbers going up just
I think
for
they're
the
gonna go
next
insane.
project he has, and if
Unless
he's
it's
not
far
doing
away.
nothing commercial the following project, then this is gonna be back to normal.
See, because the thing is the Kendrick viewership note, which I guess will be the last big point that I make. The fact that his numbers have been astronomical in the past 3-4 days.
Crazy.
For all of his back catalog, which is so crazy. I mean,
dude, he's getting more streams than J. Cole and Drake combined.
Everything
With half the
is
catalog.
going crazy. Not to mention that Not Like Us yesterday was 5,000 streams away from breaking the streaming record on Spotify in one day for a rap song, which the only song that has beat that was Girls Like Girls by Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought he beat that. Did I read that wrong?
No,
I thought he did too.
He was 5,000 streams away from beating Girls Like Girls.
Oh.
And when you think back to
I
when
can't
that,
even believe that's one.
it surprised me too.
What?
It surprised me too.
That song is so ass.
No, that song fucking sucks. But you know what? I thought back to it, and I'm like, it was the "Say That You a Lesbian Girl, Me Too" thing.
It might have been,
TikToks
but
went
I
crazy
just
with
don't
that.
see that making it a fucking.
It don't
a
make
big
sense.
Song
It
like
don't
that.
make
Like,
sense
that
to
shit
me
don't
either,
make
but that's the
sense.
numbers.
I'm confused by
It's crazy.
streams because I was also told that I remember when That dropped, it was the only song that's ever been streamed more that's a rap song is First Class. And now I'm hearing all of a sudden girls. It's bro, nothing makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah,
bro.
what
I
makes
be getting
sense when
lost.
it
I
comes
be
to
getting too
streams.
lost
That's
in these numbers, Billboard,
I do-
Hot 100,
I do
all
feel
that
like-
shit, bro.
Well, and that fucks me up too. You
Spotify,
got
all
the
that.
Billboard Hot 100, but then you have the top 200.
Yeah.
But the Hot 100 is what really matters. But then you got the top 200, which is a whole different list. So it's all confusing, dude. But at the end of the day, I think that it is really interesting how Kendrick's numbers have really skyrocketed in the past couple of weeks. And I mean, look, whether it was because of Drake, whether it's just all publicity is good publicity at the end of the day.
I mean,
It's
look,
50-50. It's 50-50 because honestly, you know me, you know how I feel about Kendrick. Some of the shit you can put
You're
out.
still a fan at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
I'm a fan, but I think some of the shit really could be ass, and he really could put out
100%.
some of that lyrical rap
That's how I feel about
backpack.
Drake.
You know what I'm saying? He could have did that for real to Drake and just fucking make some dissective ass music, but he really
Yeah.
dumbed it down to a point to where it's not
It's consumable.
dummy music and it's consumable at the same time. So I give 50% credit to Drake and 50% credit to Kendrick for sure.
It was a hell of a
Kendrick made
battle.
the music. So.
I'm glad, bro. I got texts from all my friends that don't even fuck with rap about this beef. It was awesome. It was awesome. This took the world by storm. So it's incredible. So before we get out of here, before we wrap this up, because again, if things change, which knowing the way this podcast is recorded, things will change, because every fucking time we recorded in the last 2-3 weeks, something changed in the Drake Kendrick beef exponentially. But assuming it's over, let's rank the 8 records. I'll give my order first that way so everybody can be refreshed on what the 8 records are. Because not counting first person shooter like that, I think those are like the warning shots that kind of like whatever.
I'm tired of
It is.
No, it's not, bro.
How
How you gonna invite somebody to diss on track? What the fuck you like? Look, Kodak, Kodak and 6ix9ine. Like, bro, that's not about to happen with no.
I don't
Kendrick.
think it was. I don't think it was a direct shot, but I think it was subliminal.
It was indirectly because that was the record that was supposed to be Kendrick was supposed to be on, and
He's
the fact that got put out.
Why is that a diss? Why is that considered a diss?
Because I think Kendrick perceives it as a diss because why is this record existing without me if I'm supposed to be on it?
Nigga, we asked you to be on it. You didn't want to.
Yeah, and again, devil's
feel
advocate.
you. I feel you.
And devil's
I feel
advocate,
you on
that's
that.
some big headed shit to be like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm not saying like Cole. Obviously, look.
And it's like, if you really listen to the song, Drake don't say shit about Kendrick, I think, throughout the whole song. And Cole is just on there, yeah, I love Drake. I love Kendrick.
It's really
I love
funny
being
how,
with y'all
dude,
and being a big three.
The narrative on Cole, yeah, fucking Mario power up to dude.
Don't say the Twitter take that Cole that they've said about Cole. I want to fucking jump out a window when I hear that take.
Cole won.
No, I'm not saying that he won. I'm not saying that he won. By any means, obviously, he had nothing. He obviously bowed out of the beef. Interesting that also the speculation is that Schoolboy Q had something to do with it.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But what I will say is that clearly Cole did make the right move by doing that because
Cole wouldn't have gone this.
Yeah,
place.
this would have been bad blood for Cole.
Cole would have just rapped well
at the end of the day. But I do think the take is interesting of how Cole like. Because it was fuck Cole when he first took the shit down from streaming, and now it's at a point where people are like,
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? Not that it's like, okay, you have any play in the beef, but like that was smart.
Yeah.
Because it was for him.
With how nasty it got, it made Cole look better.
Yeah, I think Schoolboy Q gave him that heads up, like niggas about to get nasty.
I think he did too. I do believe that he did. But Kendrick and Schoolboy aren't exactly best friends, and they're not. But
they might not be. But you know, Schoolboy.
You're gonna catch wind.
You know, Schoolboy is around people that's around Kendrick 110%. You cannot deny that.
No, look, they're. I think they're close. But they're not hanging out every day. And Schoolboy Q even alluded on like one of his last interviews that he's like, you know, whenever Kendrick responds to my text or whatever, then what you know, he something along those lines. So like they're clearly not like talking every day or together every day or anything like that. Yeah. Obviously, Schoolboy's gonna have a little inkling into what Kendrick's doing and whatever.
Sure.
But
for sure, bro. You know how many times probably Kendrick was in fucking Compton talking about I can't stand this motherfucking Drake. Like, bro, that was where that was the biggest cap to me in all of this was Kendrick saying on Meet the Grams that I don't have a hating bone in my body. That is cap.
So cap. And proceeds to hate for 8 minutes straight.
I got one question because I don't know if I got this answer now or I missed it.
Can we rank the diss record? Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be real quick. I promise. I think you might have the answer. If you have the answer, you have the answer. If you don't, you don't. But
all right, let's do it.
What is Kendrick's problem with Drake?
I think it's
not what you think. I want to know if you know, like, if he said it or, like, does he say what the problem is? Because, like, if he doesn't, like, I don't see how all this came out to play. You didn't even state why you have a problem with the nigga. It starts to make it seem like
I think it is
in a sense.
I think it is hater shit. Obviously, like I think I do think that like part of, but I think Drake feels the same way.
Drake's the biggest hater in the fucking world, dog.
Biggest hater. He showed the most love to anybody. What are we talking about?
No, I don't know, bro. Drake. I don't know.
I want to
open that because it feels like a lot of times when Drake gives love, it's like that fake love, that industry like you know, like type shit. But I don't want to get into that point because I don't want to get lost. I think Kendrick is truly a petty motherfucker that hates, that is maniacal level competition. Like, there's a reason Kobe said, "Is there a rapper that reminds you of you?" And he says, "Yeah, Kendrick." Like, there's a reason why he says that. And Kobe, we all know, is a fucking competitive asshole motherfucker. Like, I think the way Kendrick's wired is he hates everybody. Like he had that line about like, I'm a selfish, the crown is heavy. Like he really feels like he's always wanted complete domination. So I think that's a big part of it. And then I do think another part of it is really why, like, the biggest point to me he hammered home. I know you're talking about the pedophilia.
The culture.
I think, yes, I think that was the thing that I think really Kendrick has deep rooted back, has always had his problem with Drake, is that he has felt, and he is not the only person to feel that way, but he has felt that Drake is not of the culture, is not, all of that. Like, I really think those are the reasons why he hates Drake. I think he absolutely hates Drake. I think Drake hates Kendrick, but I think he hates him way less.
Look, that even boils back to.
I think Drake's actually tried to piece it up with Kendrick before, and Kendrick's been like, "No."
Times, like,
and Kendrick's been like, "No."
Like,
and look, he just ain't having it.
Like,
he is an asshole.
No way,
I'm
there's
not
no way
saying
that Drake not gonna know why he ain't got a problem with him, except obviously Future, but. Like, that's what it doesn't feel real haterish for all this to happen. And, like, bro, he, like, trying to show you love, like, trying to get you on a song, like.
It's definitely some hater
it
shit.
It is hater
agree with
shit.
that.
I will 100% say that. Like Kendrick is an asshole. I will always say that. Again, I am fucking objective. I am not the guy. I am not the guy that says
if a nigga saying fuck you, I don't know why Drake keep asking the nigga to be cool, but
Kendrick said this. Kendrick said this in the beef. Is like you have this obsessive need of like approval. Like, and I think and maybe that's right. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's why he does it. I don't know. Either way, he did it. Credit to Drake for jumping in the battle, for giving us the thing that I have talked about and argued with my friends since I was 14 years old. I've sat in fucking the backseat of fucking buses. I've talked in fucking math class about Drake would whoop Kendrick's ass, or Kendrick, and I've been on every side of that debate, and for us to finally have it play out, it's awesome.
But if you look at Kendrick's,
it's incredible.
Kendrick's history of hater shit, and especially when it comes to like that culture shit, I mean, and we're outside of the fact of Drake accusing him of faking all that, whatever. But, like, if you look back even to King's Dead, which Future was on, so I don't think it was necessarily a Drake diss in its sense. You're not a gang member, you're a tourist. Like, you're a tourist here. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick has been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. I think it really is a culture shit, and I think it's also just Kendrick being a petty asshole. Like, Kendrick is not satisfied with being the culture guy. He's also the guy that wants to be completely beloved by, like, he wants all of the love that the culture gives him, but he also wants the numbers that Drake gets. That's truly how I think. Like, I think he wants the entire world. I think he's that type of motherfucker, where he wants the entire world. Now, whether he gets there or not is a whole other thing. But that's what I personally believe. I don't know. Do you agree with that? Because you're the one that asked the question. Because I'm saying you're right. Like, it is hater shit, but I'm saying that's why I think he's a hater. Like, I think it's natural hate.
No, actually, I can see. I think I can agree with you on that 100%. I just feel like it'd be disingenuous to act like that Drake ain't give a lot back to the culture for the amount of people that he don't have to work with nobody who's below him, but yeah, he chooses to do so. Whether it is for his benefit or not, he's still helping people.
That's what I think.
It's always been a two-way street. Like, it's always been Drake's.
That's where that question lies. I think is like, is it for his benefit or for the person's benefit? At the end of the day,
because at the end of the day, he could make his own song and bite whoever he making a song with.
And that like perfect example, like that guy Smiley, like we knew he wasn't about to be shit and whatever, and Drake still put him on because he was like, "Yo, you're dope. I fuck with what you're doing," and he did the song with them and whatever. That song did relatively well, but so I see your point is like whether it's to his benefit or not. I mean, it's hard to say, but.
Because think about it, when Drake first came out, people was using Drake. They wanted Drake on their shit. You feel me? Like they was asking for him because they know he was gonna give them a hit. So it's like, even if he is going below his status to link with people and get a hit out there. He don't have to do that.
I
Because
think,
he'd improved himself enough to where the culture actually needed him at one point in time.
and I think he's done a lot in terms of, like, you know, he has definitely pushed hip hop in a direction in whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, Drake did a lot, I would say, to make hip hop mainstream, and not in a bad way, but in the sense of the fact that it became with Drake, which it's really hard to pinpoint anybody else. With Drake, it became accessible. Like there's not a lot of other people you could say that with. I don't mean that in a bad way by any means. I mean that in a sense of like people who like don't listen to hip hop at least know who Drake is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe they've heard Kendrick Lamar, but they ain't heard a song. Say somebody who doesn't listen to hip hop at all, they know who Drake is. They've heard a Drake song. So I think that in the biggest sense, culture wise, for Drake, it's that he pushed it outside of the realm of just hip hop hits.
That's the thing that, like, you know, a lot of people have said, like Rob Markman said it beautifully. He's like it's a double-edged sword. Like Drake is the culture because he pushed the culture forward. But on the other hand, when you push a culture forward, you also tend to lose like core tendencies of it because you expand, you know. And I think both of those statements are true. So I will never be like Drake's not of the culture, all of this stuff, but I do think it's interesting that like he didn't get anybody in this beef to like publicly stand by him other than streamers and like artists and like silence. And I know that there's a lot.
There's
I know
a couple.
like who during this beef as an artist was publicly defending
There was
Drake.
The Game.
somebody I was really.
You're right, the game.
I was
Because I'm
really
genuinely asking. I'm genuinely
interested.
asking.
Fuck, I'm forgetting right now. Dude, it was like
But we can't. I don't think we can. I don't think we could name 5.
Yeah, no.
maybe
And,
not
I,
five,
and,
but
and, I, and I'm not.
And I
I'm not
think
saying
it's-
that as a slight. I'm not saying that totally as a slight against Drake because I think what that is more than anything is this industry is phony as hell.
Nah,
But-
I don't think that. I think it's you gotta think about how many people Drake are going against, and how many people that could possibly defend Drake that's actually friends with one of them.
Yeah.
So he's going against so many people. It's like
But and I've heard that point too. Like, isn't it interesting that like there's so many people that have a problem with Drake? Like it's
Yeah,
like okay, like
there was just one that really surprised me. It wasn't most it was something.
the
it
most
was like,
deaf one was kind of wild though.
There
But I
was-
get
that
it.
was
He's
random.
Yeah,
There-
he was like Drake makes Target.
and
music.
that was way before the beat.
But
That was like at least a month and a half, 2 months.
There
before
was
the beat.
this there was somebody like '90s, you know, when you think of golden era hip hop that like was standing by Drake. I can't fucking remember who it is right now. I gotta look for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, look, let's
Let's rank these discs.
it's been awesome. Let's rank these disses. I'll give my 8 just so that if anybody needs refresher on on the 8 that they need to rank. I got number 8 Tailor Made. I'll go reverse. Number 8 I got Tailor Made. Again, I thought it was good. I said it on here. I thought it was a brilliant move, like tactically. I just think it wasn't executed the best. This is the one I feel like I'm gonna get the most hate for. I have Heart Part 6, 7 because I love the rapping on that record and I love the beef, but again, it's that J. Cole effect where I feel like you're bowing out, and if I feel like you're bowing out, then all the tough talk that's in that record just don't hit the same. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's how I feel about the Hard Part 6. Number 6, I got 616 LA. It's backpack rap. I love that shit. It's hard. I think it's that's the type of shit like I really enjoy it, and I'm like glad Kendrick, he doesn't always dabble in it, but when he does, I'm glad. So I enjoyed that record. 5, I got Push Ups, just a fucking excellent song. Like, bro, I'm gonna be screaming for the rest of my life, Metro, shut your whole ass up and play some drums. Like that shit is funny. That shit's funny. Number 4, I got Meet the Grams. I think it was an excellent record. I thought it was maniacal. I thought he took the Mother I Sober type storytelling that he did where he raises his voice at the end and he makes it climactic. Like he does all these theatrics in his songs that just really make them hit home harder than just his writing alone. And then 3, I got Family Matters. Family Matters was just it was a bop. Great melodies, Drake rapping his ass off, hard beats, seamless transitions. I love the fact that he started off with the N-word thing.
Yeah.
And then I love the fact that it was the beat that he teased at the end of Push-Ups. I just like, that's awesome. Like Drake, you fucking killed it. You fucking killed it for that synergy. Like,
Yeah, that was great. The PG thing.
the PG.
Great move.
Yeah.
Great move, the PG. Trying to keep it PG laying. That all worked very well.
All well. So I love that record. And then number 2, I got Euphoria. I love the energy of it, the transitions, everything about it is smooth. Everything. That record is phenomenal. And then number 1, I got Not Like Us. It's a undeniable bang. And I think this beef gave us like 3 or 4 songs that could contend for like top 10 diss records, which is crazy. So it was an excellent beef, but Not Like Us, I think he's gonna be the one that stands the test of time. Not only because it's a hit, but because like it really does. Every single line in there is a diss in the beef. So it's not just a record that has a few disses and then it's a bop. You know, like I said earlier, I think it's gonna age better than Back to Back, and I love Back to Back. It's one of my favorite. It's a top 5 diss record for me all time, top 5 or 7, and I feel like Not Like Us is a better caliber of that. So that's where I'm at. Adi, you haven't talked to me. I want you to get your shit off.
All right, my list. I'll start from the bottom then, since you started from the bottom. I ate the last place.
I know your last place.
You already know it's gonna be 616 in LA.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely my least favorite. I'm not gonna even say it's a horrible track or anything, but I'm gonna say that it's definitely my least favorite.
It's
the
Backpack
whole
rap.
entire rap battle.
That's fair.
It's Backpack.
That's how I think. 7, I don't think you're gonna believe this. Taylor, man, I'm gonna put it there, cause let's be real. The AI shit in it is like
nah, not this time.
Nah, I know. This is my opinion.
Found it.
This is my opinion. Listen.
Let's go.
7 is tailor-made because of the AI. I think he shouldn't have added the AI. I think it was pretty cool. It was cool, to add Snoop and Pac in it. But I honestly think that without the AI, it would have been a better song. It would have 100% been a better song. It would have been higher in the list for me then. For 6, I got Meet the Grams.
I knew that was gonna be very low for you.
It's going to be low because such a slow thing. Such a slow song. And you're over here talking about Drake. I'm not going to start, bro. You're over here talking about Drake with the weak shit on Kendrick when he starts, like, doing the melody with dissing him and shit. Well, like, Meet the Grams, that's basically what it is, too, for Kendrick, if you think about it. Slow song.
I mean, yeah, but it's a fucking it's honed in on it's creepy, dog. You will never
look. State your claims.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We can't argue each point because
we'll be here all day.
Yeah.
Number 5, I got Push-Ups. Same as you.
Okay,
Number 5, Push-Ups. I agree with that 100% what you said about Push-Ups. Like, it's a great track.
It's a fucking banger.
4, I got Not Like Us. I put Not Like Us above it. Not Like Us.
Damn.
Listen, it's
I was
4.
looking on my phone. I wasn't even throwing my
4,
shit.
bro. 4 Not Like Us for me, cause like some people probably put that shit on the top. See me, nah, I'm different. I'm not putting that shit on
Nah,
top.
I'm different.
I'm
Talk your
different.
shit. Talk your shit.
3, I got Euphoria, which was my favorite Kendrick track he put out for this whole entire shit, like the whole rap beef. this was my favorite track, Euphoria.
That's
I
crazy.
think Euphoria is where he stood out the most for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. If there
I'm
was,
I'm not mad at that take. I almost put Euphoria over Not Like Us.
yeah. And then number 2, I got the Hard Part 6.
See,
The Hard Part
that's
6,
where we'll disagree
great
the most.
response. I think it was a great response in my opinion. I don't care what any of y'all think because we're not fucking talking over here anymore. This is my opinion list ranking. The Hard Part 6 was a great response for me.
He said, my opinion list.
And then number 1, obviously, I got Family Matters, which is probably one of the best diss tracks I've heard. Which I agree with him.
It's
With
up
Duran.
there, all time.
Yeah, because honestly, like, for me, I can't see better than that. Like,
No, it's great.
it's a great diss track. Family Matters is a great diss track, like amazing. That's
Yeah,
why I
it's
put it
phenomenal.
at number
It's
1
fantastic.
because I think that's the best diss track that's been out this whole thing, bro.
And that's why.
Family Matters is the number 1 for me. That's it.
I think
Quickly
it
before,
contends for like a
before
top
Rod
15.
goes, I need to preface this one more time by saying these are all good songs.
They're
Like,
good songs. Yes.
All of them are.
Even Tailor Made, which was 8 for me, was enjoyable.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I hated Not Like Us in the beginning. I hated it. But
Of
like,
course you did. You slaughtered your kid.
yeah, but when you keep listening, you know what he's saying and like how it sounds, it's like it's really not that bad.
All right.
Oh,
Birdie.
ho.
Alright. Guess I might as well go from bottom to top
Mhm.
2. I'm going with 616 in LA. Meet the Grams. I'm put them together because I feel like these 2 songs are going to age the worst, I think, out of all these songs. I got Tailor Made at number 6. Is that number 6? Yeah, I got Tailor Made. Then I got The Heart Part 6 after. And Euphoria after that. Push Ups. Not Like Us, then Family Matters. That's my order.
We still get on recording.
And I honestly I saw that coming too. I saw like what was your number 1? Family Matters?
Yeah.
Family Matters and then Not Like Us right after. I knew that was coming from someone
Yeah,
in the
no,
room.
Not
I
Like
knew
Us
that.
is just too hard.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
I had
not
I
put that in
Family
my top
Matters
3.
3, but
But yeah,
that top 3
is
is
for
so
sure.
close. Well, I'll say 2 and 3.
It's
are
not a
close.
bad list at all, I'm gonna be honest.
So, I'll say I probably got the hottest take out of everybody.
Oh god, would you
about to say
put?
616 the best.
Yeah,
We already addressed
I
that.
can see
We
that shit
addressed
from
that
him.
already
I can
earlier.
see that shit
No,
from
that's
It's gonna
him,
be
bro.
like top 4 though.
All right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. for
Definitely.
Number
sure.
8, Tailor Made.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for me. I don't like the AI shit. That's a deep rooted hatred for that shit. Even outside
That's to
of this
auto
shit.
tune.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel you. I'm right there with you, brother.
Number 7, I got 616 in LA.
Oh damn.
I just think it was wrong place, wrong time. It didn't do what it needed to do, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. Number 6, Heart Part 6.
Okay.
I put that low. I don't feel like
So we got the same top 5.
Drake was. I don't think he did enough on it, and that's my opinion. Number 5, I got Push Ups.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's 3 on push up. Wait, would you have push ups?
I think we all got it around the same point.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3. Okay.
Makes sense.
Number 4, I got Euphoria.
I got Euphoria number 4 and Push Ups number 3.
Number 3, I got Family Matters.
Mm.
So that only leaves 2.
Meet the Grams.
At least
Number
Meet the Grams
2,
and Not Like Us.
I got Not Like Us.
And then Meet the Grams.
Wow.
One.
I got Meet the Grams at the top, and there's a reason for it.
Alchemist.
Well, I mean, I'm a little biased.
Yeah, that man.
It's
loves
like
that.
one of my favorite producers ever. Is it made the beat, but it's the fact of when you look at all the disses over time, nothing has been that fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a compilation of reaction videos to that, and everybody was exactly the same.
Uncomfortable.
They're uncomfortable, and like, I'm not saying that that's what makes a good diss track, but at the same time, like, that really the way
agree.
that it hit for people was different than all these other songs because it sounded just nasty, scary. It wasn't no fucking back and forth friendly jab shit. It was this is villainous. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and that's like why I put it at the top, because on top of what he was talking about, it's also the feeling that was behind it was so incredible to me. I mean, and Platte, you know me, I'm gonna be a little biased in the fact not only was it Alchemist, but if you heard all these beats, what would be the one that I love the most? It's probably fucking that one.
I would have said this one, and then your second favorite beat would have been 616 LA.
Yeah, which that one's great also.
That's why I thought it was going to be top
They're
4.
all good. They're all good. But
Yeah.
it's a hot take in this circle, but I put Meet the Grams at the top for those couple of reasons. It made me feel.
It made me feel uncomfortable.
It was jaw dropping. Like there was a.
That's what I think, and I get why you guys feel that, why both of you feel that way. Because,
yeah, it's totally fair.
Because if we're being totally fair in our circles, obviously we know where we stand, our preferences. We all love and respect each of these artists. Like that's why I hate that this shit became like fucking political, dog. This shit became Democrats and Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
This shit became.
Yeah, this is a bipartisan beef.
This shit became there is no middle ground, and I have really tried my hardest to make sure this is a middle ground space.
I know.
But where I love Kendrick is where I also know you guys don't like Kendrick, and Chris is the same way. The way we both love Kendrick is the theatrics, is the intensity, is the
for lack of a better term, the rigmarole.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole...
bro. Like the artistry that he brings is what we enjoy. Where I know that you guys are the opposite. So I see why Chris has Meet the Grams #1, because I agree, because those are all things I love. Again, I love when Kendrick does the shit he does at the end of the song, where he starts raising his voice and he starts getting fucking aggressive and he fucking adds the echoes of the lies, like all that little shit. I love that shit. So like that's why I get why Meet the Grams #1 for you. That's why it's 4 for me, but it's like it's tough, bro. That top 4, that top 5, I want to say, because like push up.
This would be hard. Like when I listen to it is literally just that one verse, bro. It's just like, bro.
But see,
like,
bro,
listen,
I don't want to have that conversation.
No, we're not about to have that conversation again. But it's just like, bro, it's
but
like we really
not
rapping to an unlocked character.
That is
like
kinda,
literally,
that is
like when
kinda
you get
funny,
to rapping
yeah.
it, like who do you think of? Like be for real, who you think of when y'all get to rapping?
It's like
that
when you drive around and you go to somewhere like in your area you never been to, you're like, oh, I just unlocked a new part of the map. Like,
like on some Call of Duty type
I
shit.
get what you mean. Yeah.
But again, and I am.
That's the only reason why I said it was gonna age poorly. Like if that
sure.
never
And
comes out to be real, I think it's just gonna age poorly.
Listen,
and
if
along with
it didn't-
616, 'cause 616 was like that was just
A
supposed to
setup
be the
that.
follow up.
Yeah,
So
it was a setup to that.
that's the only reason why I put them 2 at the bottom. If anything, Meet the Grams would
Yeah,
be somewhere in the
honestly,
middle, above Tailor Made for sure.
616 was the one that could have set itself out through this whole thing, I feel. Tailor Made as well, but I don't think what he said was, discredited on it, and
'Cause-
everyone has opinions, the AI
Yeah.
thing, I see why he did it, but I can't get behind that. I just can't.
Yeah. I was, listen, selfishly, Tupac is literally one of my top 3 favorite artists. So like when I heard Tupac's voice, I got excited because I'm like, this is, even though I knew it was fake, I love Tupac. Like, so it was like to hear new Tupac was incredible to me. So I fucked with it. I fucked with it for that reason. But yeah, again, my whole point on Meet the Grams is that it's deeper than the daughter. I think if you're looking at the daughter part, you're losing sight of everything. And I know full well you can counter me. I'll give you the counter. The counter is how I feel about the Hard Part 6 is how like you might feel about like, because Drake does what he does at the end of Hard Part 6, it invalidates it. I could see why you feel that way about Meet the Grams, but like to me it's different because Meet the Grams is about the whole family, and it's like it's also just believable. Like, let's keep it a stat. It's believable the way Drake fucks that he got other kids out there. Like I'm like,
I mean, that might be.
And-
But it's
and-
just like
and-
it's one thing. It's one thing for him to have a kid out there not knowing.
because Kendrick also does. If you notice at the very end of Meet the Grams, he says all them other kids. Like
Yeah,
like
I
he
think
he
that
not
too.
only he not only
just
references
saying
a
some
daughter
shit.
like, but he references the fact that like.
Yeah, there's maybe.
But that,
more,
but that again, that felt like the Dave Free, where it was like, oh, that was just a reach to like, you know, what I
is-
mean, like,
it's all
Yeah,
speculation.
I'm not
but
gonna lie. The little. I don't know, bro.
bro, I don't
Well,
give a
also-
fuck
it's
who
little
follows
shit.
who.
the
I wouldn't
only
even
other
say
thing I'll say
Oh,
on Meet the
I was gonna
Grams
say,
is
bro.
I wouldn't even
Because
say
like
it.
people be like, oh, Whitney follows like, and it's like, bro, Whitney and Kendrick are divorced and like whatever. I don't know.
The
Like
only-
the whole like justifying importance on social media is just childish.
it's
to me.
yeah.
For sure.
The only other thing I'll say about Meet the Grams is that, on top of what I said about the feeling that it gave you, is that it was the only time in this beef that it combined concept with the actual diss
Yeah.
element, because obviously, like, we all know, like, that's been Kendrick's forte for years, is concept. And I love the fact that it was conceptual in a fact. It was guided in one way. It was the fact that he structured it in a way to address each of the family members. And I think that was an interesting way to go about it. I didn't even expect him to do anything like that. But that, I think there is a level of mastery that you have to respect about the fact that he could do, because look, if there's as big of a Drake fan as I am, if there's one thing he's not, it's conceptual. Like, Drake is it's pretty on the nose with most of the things he says, or it's a completely flat out subliminal that you have no idea where it's going. But he doesn't really conceptualize in that sense. And I love that from Meet the Grams, was that it had a concept to it. It had a story, and he followed it through and whatever, on top of the content that it held. So that's that on that.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, with the whole beef, every diss song is all just gonna end up coming down to preference. You know what you prefer. Obviously, at the end of the day, me obviously I got the Drake songs at the top because I just like I'm not really a big fan of like try hard rap. I would call it, like,
feel you.
if you on the track and I know you trying as hard as you can, it don't seem as sweet to me as if somebody just on there rapping effortless. Like, that's why Jay-Z my favorite rapper. Like, every time he hop on a song, it's effortless, and he gonna give you bars on top of that,
And he don't
gonna
even
give
need to
you-
write.
He gonna give you an unorthodox flow. Everything, like, it's just
It's
too
crazy.
cold to
Hope
me.
Does he
Yeah.
write?
Yeah.
Does he even write?
He doesn't.
He doesn't
No,
even
he writes
write.
in
He
his head.
doesn't.
He does it in his fucking head, bro.
That shit is crazy.
Like, that
Which
is
crazy.
that is
'Cause
insane
Drake
to
be
have.
using like 50 people. Not playing.
No, that
Don't start right now, cause
Oh,
we
boy.
can talk all day.
No,
We gonna start
Jay
shit.
has the credibility, which the only two rappers that really you could hold that torch to is him and Wayne, who pretty much just they build their song as they're going about it in their head or whatever, and then just let it fly.
And every rapper went through that phase where they tried to do that. They were like, I'm on my whole shit. Like, I remember Dave East said that shit, and I was like, Dave, bro, you're one of my favorite rappers, dog. Like write that shit down, dog. like you're not
That's what I mean.
home.
As somebody
You're
who's
not home.
I
I
wrote
love you,
many
Dave,
songs in
but,
my
like-
life, it is way harder than you would ever think it would be to be able to do it like that. It's super impressive.
Well, it's impressive. Well, this beef was impressive. I love this. This was incredible. This is
podcast
this is
is
worth
impressive.
this podcast.
Let's not say
is
it was,
impressive.
because we don't really know what's gonna happen now.
No, it was. It was.
It's feeling like was for sure.
Listen,
It's
bro,
feeling like
you're
was
only
for
thinking
sure.
that because of the line that he said.
Look.
It was an exercise. He could be talking about the track that he just made.
We're
like,
leaving
I don't know,
the-
like,
we're
he could
leaving
be
the
talking about
gates
No,
open.
anything.
he's referencing the beef. This
He's
was.
referencing the beef for sure.
This was, dog. And this motherfucker been dying to go on vacation. He wants to leave. He doesn't want this, but it's okay. It's okay. Listen, I love Drake. this doesn't end Drake's career. This doesn't let's not be stupid
There's
here.
nothing else to say. It's just gonna be the same shit,
Yeah.
different beat.
Yeah, Drake gonna quiet down. I do think though. I do wonder how West Coast I do wonder how West Coast and LA
He is the last
or
response.
West Coast and Atlanta, I wonder how those two factors play out with Drake. But other than that, I think Drake is gonna be Drake. He'll be fine. Whatever. We keeping it moving.
West Coast, I've seen mixed reviews. Atlanta, I haven't really seen.
Hey, bro,
anyone
all
talk
I'm
about.
saying is that motherfucker got an $88 million home in LA. And that motherfucker cannot go to it.
I think he's selling it.
Yeah, he been trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked that up
You know
because
how
one of
fucking hard
my
it is to sell
friends,
an $88 million.
one of my friends. See, this is how real I am. This is how real I am. One of my friends for the West Coast, he called me today and he goes, shout out Lil Gil. And he goes, hey, bro, I hear Drake trying to sell his home, bro. Kendrick really did that, bro. He really certified Boogeyman and that shit. And I looked it up. I said he been trying to sell that home for a year and he ain't sold it yet. He was like, damn, bro. He's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
It's
It's gonna take years.
He's like, but you should just run with it. I'm like, nah, I don't do that.
Who the fuck's gonna
I
buy
think-
it?
What's your man's name?
I'm not gonna.
You already just said it, so
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
rewind
Yeah,
it back and
yeah,
I'm
rewind
comment
it.
too.
Rewind
I'm
it.
like,
Rewind
yo,
it.
we not trusting that nigga.
His name is Will Gill.
No,
It's
no.
not Will 88 Mil. I'll tell you that.
Nah,
But,
he was.
okay.
Nah, he's a homie. He ain't.
Yeah,
he
he's
ain't say
a
all
homie.
that.
I'm talking shit.
I capped a little bit in the story. I did.
I'm talking shit.
I did cap a little bit in the
But
story.
look,
We'll
hey,
get-
boys,
we'll
good
get his own.
discussion today.
Facts.
This was
I'm happy, dog. I'm happy, bro. Cause this is God's work. I
It's all
remain.
felt
I busted my ass to remain objective, and I got the outcome I wanted. I'm fucking happy, dog.
we had
I'm
a
fucking
good,
happy.
honest discussion.
My boy won. My boy won, and that's because I was fair and objective. I'm happy.
Yeah, bro,
There's
totally.
I'm taking
There-
my victory
look,
lap forever, dog.
I don't think it changed anyone.
forever,
I think in this circle, I don't think it changed anyone's mind on who they had on top.
which is
But
crazy.
but at the end of the day, you know what?
I changed Amer's mind. His ass ain't show up.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Yeah,
I went.
we can assume Amer's on Team Kendrick now because he wasn't here.
No. Real shit. Last night I went out for drinks with my boy. Bro was coping hard. He was coping hard. He was on some shit. He was like, "You ain't ready for tomorrow, bro. I'm about to show you why Drake won." And at the end, he was like, "Damn, bro." He was like, I just really don't want to believe it's so. Like, I don't want to believe that my guy went out like this.
You know
like
I
he
wasn't
did.
folded like that.
Yeah, bro. That motherfucker folded like that chair right there. That motherfucker folded like
no,
that chair
I wasn't
right
folded
there.
like that, and I
No,
feel like I still kept it objective. I don't know if I was biased or not,
I
but I tried to
don't-
keep it
no,
objective.
no,
I don't know about objective.
I tried to
but
keep
No,
it objective.
I think
because-
if we're talking objective, both of you were equally objective.
No, fuck that.
Well,
I was the
well,
best. No,
I'm about to say
but
how
no,
I wasn't objective. I'll try
No.
to be objective at least.
No, it was a good discussion. I
Yeah.
was glad to have two
So-
of the last 8 Drake believers. on this-
Let's
podcast.
get Amer's take on this.
Yeah. That motherfucker.
Yeah,
is
Amer. No, I feel you,
crying.
dog. Yeah, for sure.
That motherfucker.
That boy
is
Ghost.
crying, bro.
Casper.
He is straight.
Hey, yo,
he
he's
is straight
spitting right now. I
crying,
ain't
bro.
gonna lie.
He is gonna be so sick.
I think he's in Hamtramck right now, guys. Like,
Dog. He is at bro. That man is sad, bro. He genuinely, his face was genuinely sad.
hey, bro, he wouldn't.
stay off
Hey,
social media, man.
if this was about the baby, he'd be flying here. Like, he'd be coming. Right
Yeah, bro. If the baby was in this beef, if the baby entered this beef, like, bro, he.
That's
be
the only way
I
y'all
would
hear
have
Amer,
cooked on
guys.
that one, my damn
Yeah.
self.
Yeah, bro. But listen, this is incredible. I genuinely think that next podcast we won't have to talk rap beef. We won't have to talk Drake versus Kendrick.
Unless we wanna
once
bring
get
up-
back-
I'm
once we
not
get
gonna
back
lie,
to the
though.
music-
Listen,
Unless we're gonna bring up the game versus Rick Ross that's
if it
going on.
keeps
I don't
going-
know if you want to talk
well,
about that, but
Yeah, true.
Oh, we're gonna cover everything in some
Yeah.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't
But
come on.
yeah, which
Not as much as this one though.
No,
this
yeah.
one is
No,
just this
yeah.
one is just something
No,
this
that
is a legendary
we'll
moment
always
in time for
we'll always
hip-hop.
remember this shit and like
very
that's why we
legendary
love it.
moment
That's
in
why we
time
love
for
this
hip-hop.
music. We
yeah,
love it.
bro.
Yeah,
shout
for sure.
out to you guys. Shout out to you guys because listen, all y'all here that are sitting here busted ass during this. We had as much as I wanted to do more with this. Like, I am so proud of the fact that like we at the Rap Cave, like the things we did, the things we aspired to do, considering our circumstances. the way we executed this, I thought was, I really am proud because, like, bro, this was a historic moment that we all rose to the occasion. We all were down to keep recording, to keep doing shit like we did.
New song comes out. Oh, we're back to potting. Yeah.
We were really, really dedicated to it, man. So shout out to us one time. Shout out to y'all, I should say, for everything that you do, because this Rap Cave podcast can't just be me. So I'm glad that we did what we did here. Let us know in the comments below how you feel about Drake versus Kendrick, if it's over, what you want next from this beef, or just what you expect next from these artists in general. Like, where do you expect things to go from here on out?
Real quick before we end this, let me give a big thanks to Chris Platte for putting me on this platform. I'm very much grateful for being here. This was a perfect moment. He knew I was a Drake fan. Knew he was a Kendrick fan.
Shout out Chris Platte and
we fucking love having you, bro.
Birdie, you're a great fucking addition to this. You give great points. You can fight it was meant to be. It's been perfect.
Listen, bro, you have a talent for being wrong and not shutting up. I think it's truly a blessing, bro.
And it's been, like I said, I talked this whole motherfucking podcast. Y'all seen in the group chat where I say, "Stop me when I'm lying. I'm out."
Listen, bro, love y'all. Peace. Be safe. Have a good weekend, everybody. Turn the fuck up.